Real life street stars. Hey, hold up. Yeah. We got him back in the building, man. Dawgface back in the building, man.
What's happening with you? How you feel?
I feel good, man. I feel like every time you come through here, man, you got a little bit more ice on, man. What's going on with you, man?
I try to make it happen. I ain't robbed nobody for it, but it get like that, though. You hear me?
You know, it's so crazy, man. Last time you came through here, man, we did 2 classics, man. You know, you gave him the street side. You gave him the political, intellectual side of you. You know what I'm saying? What we getting today from Dawgface, man? How you want this to go?
Shit. I mean, it's the same. It's the same recipe. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You hear me?
Big face.
It is what it is. It's a dose of necessary truth because you got so many people who operate in the YouTube space and they're clowns. They don't really represent what's going on in the city. They don't represent what's going on in the ghetto. They don't represent what's going on in the culture for real, for real. You have some people who just get up here talking just for the purposes of being sensational. You feel what I'm saying? So all you ever gonna get out of me is just the truth.
Last time you were here, you had some eye-opening things that people, I don't think, you test a lot of boundaries that I don't think people understand because you really come from the streets. You know, your background speaks for itself. From Detroit, really putting that work, really had to go behind the bars, so you can speak from a lot of different perspectives. What I want to start with is this. The Diddy documentary, #1 trending everywhere, right?
In the world, yeah.
Crazy. Now, this is what I want to know from somebody that came from the streets. Is what 50 Cent did, is that a violation?
No, it's not a violation. When you look at the history that they have, I can see it's a violation in the sense of, like, from just a real nigga perspective, that when somebody get down, you don't kick them while they down. It's kind of like if me and you in the street and we both sell dope, right? I don't want to see you indicted. If I have a problem with you and we're in the streets, I would rather see you free. I'd rather you fall at my hand than to see you fall at the hand of law enforcement. So in that way, I can understand how people are looking at him and feel like he's violating by what he's doing in terms of pushing the envelope and kicking him while he's down. But when you look at the degree of horrible shit that Diddy was into, the degree of horrible shit that he was into, some people feel like that he should be punished beyond the sentence that he got from law enforcement. Some people feel like he should be ashamed to the point to where he's run out of black entertainment, black culture, and just that. They feel like it's not enough. I mean, it is what it is. Diddy was a pretty horrible motherfucker, man. I don't know how to say no other way than that. And I think people want him to suffer culturally.
Right.
I think people want him above and beyond the sentence that he got. People want to see him destroyed because of the level of power. They don't feel like that the injustices that he committed was addressed, you know, with the sentence, with the trial and with the sentence. They feel like that he's gonna come out here and be the same kind of monster that he was before he left. And I think that 50 Cent and other people who are like 50 Cent want to see him destroyed from a social standpoint. He's already destroyed with the law, as far as I'm concerned, but they want to see his, sometimes, you know, a sentence I mean, how many times have we just seen PoohSheisty come home?
Right.
He wasn't destroyed because he spent 4, 5, 6 years in prison. Neither will Diddy. I think that 50 Cent's objective is to make him look as horrible as possible and to expose as much as they possibly can about just how much of a horrible ass, monster ass nigga he was. All
right, so let me ask you this though, right? Because if we're gonna throw stones, right? You know, the whole throw stones in the glass house.
Yeah.
He's been accused of burning his baby mama house down. He's been accused of other things that maybe not on the sexual deviancy part, but on some violent shit. So and now you're starting to see people target him. So what do you say to those people that say
it's not the same, bro?
Got you.
It's not the same. I mean, when it comes to the degree of debauchery that Diddy was involved in, when it came to the level of influence that he had, when it came to how he wielded his power to kind of like bend the world to his own will, that shit is unheard of. We've never before, and just in black culture, I'm sure there are more horrible people than him, but in black culture, bro, I don't think, and especially in the world of hip hop, I don't think that we ever saw some shit like we're seeing with him right now.
Right.
So when it comes to 50 Cent burning his bitch house down and doing, that's typical nigga shit. We do that. Me and you do that last week. You hear me? We burn a bitch house down quick.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. We burn a bitch house down quick. So what 50 Cent may or may not be guilty of what he's accused of, that is just like, that shit is not beyond reason. The shit that Diddy was into, that shit was unreasonable, bro.
All right, you gotta do this for me. Please break down street nigga logic, cause street nigga logic is different.
It is.
1 + 1 ain't 2.
It's not. It's 6.
So please break it down. For what is street nigga logic?
Well, street nigga logic comes from just the so-called codes to the street.
No, but give me like some scenarios. Like, just give me some the breakdown of the definition.
Perfect one for you. Like, for example, in the streets, when it comes to property crimes, crimes of anger, frustration, and rage, like murder, assault, shit like that, those are typical crimes that we all understand, and we can understand how a person can go from being cool to a motherfucker exploding and shooting the motherfucker in the heartbeat. We can understand that. When it comes to molesting children and raping women, that is typically shit that motherfuckers from the street, we don't prescribe to that shit, and we don't give a fuck what happened to you if you on that type of time. If you raping kids, right? Like, motherfuckers in the street, they don't look at getting the motherfucker gone, so I don't look at telling on a nigga who done raped a kid or turning him over to law enforcement. I don't look at that as that's ratting. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is the same thing, right? But we don't look at that shit because those crimes are not inspired by poverty. They're not inspired by just being angry and frustrated, growing up in an explosive condition like the ghetto, right? Those crimes are like werewolves and vampires who do shit like that. That's why when you look at even the white man look at that shit like it's some werewolf vampire ass shit. Like, listen, my nigga, I can kill a motherfucker today. He can kill a motherfucker tomorrow. He can get 10 to 20 for a second degree murder, right? I can get 25 to 50 for a first degree murder, right? When I come home and they say that murder is the top level of criminal shit you can do, right?
Right.
But when you come home off a murder rap, bro, you ain't got to go register. They don't keep track of you. You can kill a motherfucker and do 10, 15, 20, 30 years, come home, and you just free. When you can rape a motherfucker and do 6 months or do a year or do 2 years, when you come home, you got to be on the sex offender registry list for the rest of your life. And that's because they understand that the things that motivate a motherfucker who commits a property crime or a crime based on anger like murder or assault, that's different from a motherfucker who raping and molesting kids. It takes a different kind of motherfucking note to go on in a nigga mind to rape and molest a kid, so they want to keep track of you because they know that, I think it says 75% of the people who get molested in their preteen adolescence, they go on to become molesters. So when you molest or rape a child or a young person just in general, right? You change the whole chemistry of their brain, and then you are producing something in them that makes them more prone to go out and commit rape as well. So you creating a vampire. That ain't no normal motherfucker. I can rob you. That don't mean you can go out and rob another motherfucker when you get grown. But when you rape and molest an innocent life, that shit is deserving of death, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers, though, when it comes to street code, motherfuckers engage molestation and rape in a different lens than they do a motherfucker who's selling dope or motherfucker who bust a motherfucker out. That ain't the same shit.
Right. So let me ask you this. Is that how y'all look at Diddy? Because we never heard anything about Diddy doing underage.
It's a mixture of that.
But what part though? I never heard of him doing
underage. Just the acute level of sexual impropriety going on. You know what I'm saying? That's like some listen, rubbing cum on you and taking a bath in the cum, that ain't no normal shit, bro. So even though he didn't get convicted of being a sexual predator, but everything that you think about and everything that you heard about, that shit is all predatory behavior that's based and rooted in his just sexual proclivities, bro. He a sex demon, and that shit ain't right. And the niggas who allowed themselves to get their ass touched, that ain't right neither. You don't get a Diddy without multiple things going wrong in society. You don't get a motherfucker like Diddy without somebody hiding shit for him to allow him to grow to be the monster that he was.
Are you surprised that J-Lo hasn't had to enter the chat?
I'm absolutely surprised at that. I'm absolutely surprised at J-Lo, because J-Lo, she wasn't just with the Diddy shit, she was at Epstein Island too. With what's her ex-husband name? Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
He was on Epstein Island. J-Lo a big freak. And she a big freak. She's a horrible whore. She's a horrible whore. And I'm absolutely surprised, as I'm sure everybody else is, that her name wasn't drilled through the mud, but that just goes to show you how much power and influence J-Lo got. J-Lo is a mega star. She ain't just no normal motherfucker. And I believe, honestly, that they wanted that Diddy trial to end like it ended, and we didn't hear anything that we thought we would hear. We thought we would get like the Epstein files. We haven't got them yet. With the Diddy files, we thought that we was gonna get some names, right? Above and beyond motherfuckers just saying, well, so-and-so, like Ray J and Jamie Foxx was there and all that other kind of shit. We wanted some motherfucking names. I wanted some names. I wanted the T. I ain't gonna even lie. I want to know which one of these freaky motherfuckers is up there because they allowed to hide. And when you look at how horrible Diddy was as a human being, right? There are other people who was engaged in the shit he was engaged with who are just as horrible. So what has happened is, by not outing and exposing these motherfuckers, you know they doing the same shit they was doing without Diddy. Diddy didn't create those monsters. Diddy just provided a safe haven or a playground for motherfuckers to come and do the horrible shit he was doing, just like Epstein did.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. When it's all said and done, how do you think this whole Diddy thing will play out?
Diddy,
he gonna get back home and just get back to it.
He's going to get back home and get back to it. You know why? Because all you gotta do is look at the people. So listen, so the Lil Rod guy, the producer.
Right.
Okay, so listen, Lil Rod's come out. He was a main part of the documentary that 50 Cent produced, right?
Right.
He's sitting up like a little bitch ass nigga, crying like a goddamn victim. So you telling me that he did produce the Love album?
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah,
he did do it. What did you get out of it? We now know Diddy was jerking everybody. The reason why we have the documentary in large part is because without that footage, there is no documentary. Right? It's just a bunch of people speculating about what he may have done and what he may have said in any particular time. That footage came about because Diddy was a horrible businessman. He didn't pay anybody. He used everybody, and he felt like that he was so powerful and so influential that he can just use people to do what he wanted to do, right? So that's how we got the footage. So, but when you back up for a second, right? Lil Rod, what you was willing to trade in your manhood, not even for fame, because the album came out. And he was no more famous than he was prior to the album came out.
He actually got more famous by exposing himself.
Yeah, you more famous by saying niggas stuck a finger up your ass.
Right.
Now, you more famous because you telling the story as a grown 30-year-old nigga, late 20, 30-year-old nigga about niggas sticking a finger up his ass. And you waking up your asshole hurt. Right? So you willing to, he didn't just compromise his manhood. He traded his manhood for potential stardom and fame. The Love album came out and we didn't know who the fuck Lil Rod was. Yeah. So you traded your asshole for fame that you didn't get. That's the ultimate trick. That's how you know Diddy deserved 25 years for the shit he did. You promise nigga some fame, you don't give it to him, you take his ass from him, and then now this nigga here crying like a little bitch. Do I feel sorry for Lil Rod? No, I don't feel sorry for you because nigga, that's the prime example. It's a prime example of motherfuckers trading their own manhood in for fame and fortune that you never get.
But let me ask you this, why don't we feel sorry for Rod? Because if it was a woman telling that story,
because he a bitch ass nigga, he a man. And as a man, men operate on different standards, right? Women are the weaker of the sexes. So as a man, you're never supposed to trade your integrity, right? It ain't about when a motherfucker, because we would have never knew that Diddy violated you until you told us, right? So your whole thing is you're trying to get famous now. You was trying to get famous by working with Diddy to begin with. You traded in your manhood in the process of creating the album. He could have stopped that shit any time he wanted to.
But you know what's so crazy though? Like, Lil Rod was telling this story way before Diddy got locked up. He was telling this exact same story, but nobody gave a fuck or nobody believed him.
He was telling the story because he didn't get the compensation and the fame that he was seeking.
Right, but what I'm saying is nobody believed him. Like everybody just kind of brushed it like
they couldn't believe it.
Even one of the male prostitutes told the exact same story that was on the stand, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. There's a whole interview out. But when it comes to males getting molested, it seems like nobody give a fuck, bro.
In the culture we live in, bro, we just don't feel sorry for grown men.
Right.
Had it been children involved with this situation like they initially offered us. They told us there was kids involved in this whole shit going on, and that's what made motherfuckers really tune into this shit. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to grown men crying and complaining about niggas sticking their finger up your ass, I just don't know if we ready for that level of forgiveness, or I don't think we empathetic in that way.
We're not.
Because you grown, niggas.
But should we be?
Well, we have to be watchful and mindful, because now we know more than we now know that, bro, listen, we now know that the allure of fame and power, it is so intoxicating that grown men, most of them from the ghetto, are willing to trade their manhood in for a glimpse, or for a second, or for 15 minutes of fame. We now know that. So what Diddy did and him being exposed, he really exposed the whole black culture. Right? You can't blame white people for Diddy, right? You can point the finger who you want, but that was Diddy, and everybody who's around Diddy. The Russell Simmons is a freak ass nigga. Russell Simmons has been fucking on Kimora Lee since he was 15, 16. Right? And then this nigga somewhere in Bangladesh hiding out where there ain't no extradition. Russell Simmons, they created and groomed. See, Diddy was groomed by the Clive Davises, by the Andre Harrells, and by all them other freaky ass niggas, them Kevin Lyles ass niggas. All them niggas at the top of that shit were all some freak ass niggas, period. Simple as that. Who knew that hip hop was that freaky? Now when Hassan Campbell came out and said African Bambaataa been raping, that story still ain't been told, right? We grew up, I'm old as a motherfucker, I grew up fucking with the Zulu Nation and Africa Bambaataa, right? Couldn't find out all of these, New York. So who knew that New York was the bastion for freak ass, homosexual ass, hip hop ass niggas? We didn't know that. Right. And they got the nerve to be talking about how other motherfuckers affected hip hop. No, you niggas introduced homosexuality into the culture. Y'all made homosexuality, we now know, fair seeming. Y'all, everybody who in the world of hip hop, who they say was engaged in all this old gay shit, they all from New York City. So Fat Joe, Jadakiss, what's the nigga name? Fabulous and all the rest of them niggas. Y'all in them podcasts, talk about them freak ass niggas y'all got up there in NYC, them gargoyle ass, vampire ass niggas up there.
Man, off of that, right? We got PoohSheisty back home. Shout out to PoohSheisty. Came home. Dropped the first day out when really the nigga been out for about 2 months. But how do you feel like PoohSheisty gets out? They rage baited him into kind of going against NBA YoungBoy because he stands with dirt, obviously.
They did.
Right? You as a street dude, how should he move to not get sucked into that?
I mean, listen, bro, we just talked about the whole Diddy thing, right? We now know that what we now know is the world of hip hop. We know for a fact, there's always been talk about how hip-hop has been homogenized, how it's been pasteurized. Right. We now know that all this shit is bait and switch. All this shit is corporate planning, right? And so all they're allowing these niggas to be niggas, right? And the greatest trick that they ever played on man was making a man think that the shit that he doing it because he want to do it according to his own free will. They know what you niggas want to do. And they set the stage for you niggas to do it. Now, so prior to PoohSheisty coming home, we just talked about this, how the world of hip hop has been moving away from a lot of the drill, kill, and all that destructive ass shit. We tired of that shit. PoohSheisty come home, and all of a sudden, niggas got all the energy in the world to drill and kill and beef again, because that's the way they wanted to be. And you don't see no major executives coming out talking about this shit. You don't see anybody of any great importance or any real magnitude coming out saying, hey, we was just off of that shit, bro. We just moving away from all that destructive shit. We watched all these niggas get indicted. All these niggas die. We didn't watch all that shit, and then PoohSheisty come home, and they right back on it because, right, PoohSheisty YoungBoy didn't really have anybody with that street credibility who could go against him. What's his nigga name? The nigga with the gay Tupac ass remake. What that nigga name?
NLE Chop.
If you don't sit your bitch ass down.
But he came out as a gangster rapper initially.
Now I'm saying, did you see this latest round of this?
Yeah.
Listen, that's some Jay-Z Rockefeller ass shit. That is corporate. That is corporate America trying to create antithesis to Young Boy. This nigga, Tupac rolling over in his grave. You see this nigga? How you gonna choreograph hit him up? If you don't sit your bitch ass down somewhere with that pussy ass shit, I don't know. I don't know if you fucking with NBA with that weak shit. This nigga doing choreographed dancing with his shirt off, sweating, licking his lips, trying to diss a nigga. That is the current state of hip hop. That right there tell you everything you need to know about what they're willing to fucking accept and push forward. Because where the fuck NLE Chopper come from? You can't fuck with Young Boy. I don't know if you fucking with that. Just come look. Did you see that shit? Did you see this shit?
Yeah, no.
Now when you
it's so wild. It's so wild. It's funny now. Like now it's just funny.
I know. I'm being asked the questions. Did you see that shit, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Right.
That shit was crazy.
And the first thing I thought, because I heard he was talking about how crazy and how clownish he was. When I saw this nigga licking his lips and moving to the left and the right, like, do you think that is that? So that's hip hop now. That's how you go at a nigga now? By doing choreography to a Tupac song? If you don't sit your bitch ass down and bitch, you ain't it. So PoohSheisty, right? We look at his pedigree, the background, the city he come from, and his association of friends, he got Big 30. Yeah. He got some of the top motherfuckers in Memphis who gonna rock out with him. That's a power base now. Memphis is stronger now than it ever has been, you know, even with the passing of Dolph, right? Memphis is the new Atlanta, my nigga. They churning them out. Yeah. If we can keep them alive, if we can keep the niggas alive, Memphis is stronger than Atlanta right now.
Right.
If you can keep the niggas alive, keep them out of jail.
It's crazy, bro, because like when you think about Memphis, it's always been player, pimping.
Oh, and now it's always been a dark side to Memphis.
It's always been, but now
we know it was the pimp player shit. You right.
Right, but it was that was what was promoted. But now, like now the artists coming out of there, it's really on some. They really on some drill shit. They just don't call it drill.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Memphis is really, when it comes to just the people that we first became aware of. Yeah. I'm not saying like the Project Pats and the 3 6 Mafia were like choir boys, right? Right. But Memphis really has some similarities to the city of Detroit, because when Memphis first dropped, it was on some player shit, the A-Ball and MJGs and all them. Or they was on some player shit for real, even though it was on some crunk player type shit, right? Right. So in Detroit, people thought that what you heard with the Big Seans and the Eminems, they thought that was Detroit sound. Right. You would have to have went to Detroit yourself or been in close proximity with somebody from Detroit to tell you, no, that ain't necessarily it. Right. That's a part of it, but that's not what really motivates and push the city. So Memphis is the same way, man. Memphis, they always been on some gangster shit. It's just the player shit was how they first broke into the industry as a whole. But Memphis always been some violent, ignorant ass niggas.
I gotta ask you this, street nigga shit, right? All right, it's Christmas time, Thanksgiving just passed. Mm-hmm. Does a dope boy selling dope and then coming back, giving around turkeys and doing the drives, does that balance it out, or do you feel like that ain't enough?
No, it absolutely. I mean, so now I was on some nigga shit just a second ago. Now you finna ask me to step up top. Yeah. You know motherfucking well. You know motherfucking well that giving out no motherfucking turkey, no Cornish hen. A nigga ain't doing shit but giving out a Cornish hen on steroids to a nigga that could never ever substitute the amount of destruction that a motherfucker who's selling the dope in the city. Now if you selling to some white people in the Appalachian Mountains, we don't give a fuck about that. You sell all the dope to crackers you want to. You hear me? Take all the dope you can get, and take their shit to Tennessee, to the crackers in the hills and mountains, or or Kentucky. Sell dope to them all day. Kill them all. Let them OD all them crackers. That's less crackers we got to worry about. But when it comes to motherfuckers just selling dope in the hood, you know, bro, that's not really Robin Hood shit. Robin Hood is taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Taking from people who have and giving it to the have-nots. Selling dope and then taking your illicit gains from selling dope and giving out a motherfucking turkey. All you got, so let's add this up. Talk to somebody who mama is on dope and on crack and heroin. Like in Texas. Go find somebody who didn't have an opportunity to really experience the love and compassion from their mama because they was hooked to some type of drugs. And you ask them if the dope boy who sold their mama some crack or put some heroin on their mama, on their daddy, ask them is these same dope boys come back giving out turkeys is that equivalent to the destruction that they and the impact they're having on their household because when their loved ones hooked on some dope? That ain't the same thing, bro. I would be cracking a motherfucking joke, and it would be a horror. I couldn't even pull that joke off if I was to say that coming back and giving to the hood is equivalent to or is appropriate. Nah, nigga, you playing in niggas' faces when you do that. You hear me?
So do you think people do that out of guilt, or like, why do you think there's so many? Because like I remember we just interviewed a lady named Pedra, and she said that. The dope dealers didn't used to sell dope on Sundays. They used to, out of respect for the church people, they used to give back.
That was a whole different generation. That was the truth. Not just, I don't know where she's from, but even in Detroit, that was prior to the crack epidemic. When the crack hit, all bets was off. So I'm thinking she talked about doing the heroin epidemic and shit like that.
It was like the 60s. Yeah, Chambers, yeah.
Yeah, no, the crack hit, Chambers Brothers, yeah, it was on. 85, 86, when that crack hit, crack really changed the whole mentality of what drug dealing was all about. Because you had motherfuckers operating in a more directly violent and vicious attitude, you hear me? Crack changed everything, ain't no rules, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? There used to be rules, because I come from the dope game before crack
What was
hit.
the rules?
The rules were just what you just said that you alluded to. There were there were parameters to what you did, right? There were restrictions to who you could. You wasn't selling no mixed jabs, no 13, 14-year-old kid. You wasn't just doing that. You know what I mean? You wasn't finna put no mixed jab or put no heroin, put no needle with no motherfucking 13, 14-year-old kid hand. You wasn't gonna do that. You know what I mean? When crack came along, bro, crack was such a powerful tool that where the rules and regulations and the bylaws that govern drug trafficking and drug dealing. Because drug trafficking is a different thing. It's a higher level. Drug dealing, when you got the hand-to-hand, the direct to consumer marketing and sale, you just wasn't finna get no motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? No, you wasn't finna do that because you understood the destructive nature of what that drug could do. But when the crack epidemic hit, it also brought on a new breed of drug dealing. You hear me? You had motherfuckers who were less compassionate and they were disconnected from the hood. So motherfuckers didn't give a fuck. They'll sell dope to a female who's pregnant. And I'm not saying that didn't happen with the heroin.
Right.
And the other drugs that preceded, the mescaline and shit like that preceded the crack epidemic. But there were rules and regulations. And then you had OGs really. You ain't have young niggas running around here pushing no heroin dog food like that, bro. The dog food game was really controlled by old niggas who really, there was a prescription to how you did certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? There was rules and regulations because you had older. Crack epidemic allowed younger people to enter into the drug dealing world, and those young people hadn't been developed psychologically, even though we're talking about selling drugs. But there was still some type of psychological. There was still some type of understanding. Crack made it, so you ain't see young niggas selling heroin like that. Heroin was an old nigga sport. You know what I'm saying? You had young runners, but it was controlled by the OGs, you hear me? The crack epidemic, it turned niggas who were 14, 15, 16, 17 into millionaires by any means necessary. And then don't forget, these are young guys who grew up without no parental guidance, without no real OG. That's the beginning of lack of OGs. The lack of OGs and not having the OG really guide you, that didn't start right now with the YNs. That started with motherfuckers in my generation. My generation, the whole OG concept started going out the window. And so we have a whole generation, just like we had a whole generation of kids affected by crack, we have a whole generation of kids or people in the dope game who were affected by the lack of OGs really running shit and really putting down the law about what you could do, what you couldn't do. When that crack hit, you had young motherfuckers who had the opportunity to become millionaires, and they became millionaires based on just being treacherous.
That's crazy, bro. Speaking of that, right? The Mexican cartel members set up Future's brother, right?
They did, the rat bitches.
The U.S. government is wasting money fighting war on drugs. Let the armed robber, a.k.a. the takers, lose on the cartels. So break this whole Future's brother. If people don't understand what's going on with Future's brother, what's going on? Explain.
Casino, Future, I don't even know if he's Future's real biological brother, but they refer to each other as brothers. So we know in the hood, a motherfucker got to be your blood brother to be your brother.
Right.
In the hood, your blood brother could be a bitch ass nigga. Your homeboy could be more of a brother than your blood brother. So that's how that go, right? So if they say they brothers, then that's what we gonna roll with. But Casino got caught up in the house with 21 bricks of Fetty Wap, 300,000, and you had a Mexican guy in there who was from Southern California who got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? They all together. So at what point in time do you see the plug, the nigga who buying the dope, the money, and the dope all in one house, right? That ain't no normal shit. That ain't no normal shit. Come on, my nigga. You don't see all that on. You got the drug, you got the plug, the nigga who buying the dope, the money, and the dope in one house. You know that wasn't no normal drug bust. We don't get like that. When have you ever seen that? We got all those different things in one spot. Never, bro. You might catch a nigga with the money trying to go get but it's an automatic play. But they telling us that it wasn't no automatic play. They was just being watched.
Right.
By who? That Mexican motherfucker in there? Now Casino Home. We ain't heard nothing about the motherfucker Mexican. Where the Mexican at? Where he at? We ain't heard nothing about him. Who was watching this motherfucker? How did they get up out of there? Now, at first, I was gonna be on Casino ass, because I ain't never seen a motherfucker get caught no 21 bricks of fentanyl and get out no motherfucking bond 3 days later. You hear me? It ain't even no proper investigation of this shit. So I was all set. I was all set to kind of like nigga, something ain't right, nigga. You getting kind of squeaky over there. You hear me? You just look, I smell something ain't right over there. Right? But when they say, I'm learning more facts about this shit, and they say it's other factors that go into this shit. But my nigga, nowhere in America do you get caught in no motherfucking house with no motherfucking 21 bricks of nothing. Especially after Donald Trump just moved fentanyl possession up from a level 2 to a level 1. Oof. Right? And then he just classified the Mexican drug cartel as terrorist organizations. So you got terrorist organizations in the same house with $300,000 of cash, in the same house with a motherfucking Mexican cartel member from Southern California. It's a lot going on there, man.
So let me ask you this. A lot of people were saying, because his brother got released real quick.
Yeah. That was suspicious. And listen, I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying, bro. You get caught in the house. In the house. Don't forget, he was in the house. He wasn't outside the house barbecuing, nigga. He went in the backyard, cooking no pork chops, no deep fry. He was in the house. When they hit the house, he ran out that motherfucker, right? You in the house, they find 21 bricks of fentanyl in that bitch. $300,000 in that bitch. A Mexican motherfucker from Southern California who can barely speak any English, right? And here your big old big belly ass right here up in there. No, nigga, you ain't 3 days later? 3 days later. 3 days later, they ain't even sorted that shit out yet. I'm from Detroit. We started the whole D-boy movement, my nigga. You hear me? I know motherfuckers who done got caught with way less than that and they ain't got no bond whatsoever. Since we in the feds just start giving out cash bonds, you either gonna get a bond or you ain't. Diddy couldn't even get a bond, bro. And he ain't nothing but slanging dick and eating cum. He ain't get no bond.
No bond. That's crazy.
I know niggas from Detroit, bro, who got caught with way less than that, right? Yeah. But they say it's different because once again, here we go with these stupid ass Georgia motherfuckers with this not a federal RICO, but it's a state RICO. Yeah, state RICO. So the state is different from the feds. So we're not really dealing with the feds. We're dealing with the state situation. Hell no, it can't be worse because the feds, listen, them Keystone cop ass, goofy ass niggas down there in Georgia. If the feds would have got Thug and that whole YSL shit, cooked. They'd have been dead. They'd have been through. But you got them bumbling ass idiots down there, right? You got a bunch of niggas down there trying to run some law enforcement. You hear me? Niggas can't get no nigga together, right? The white man ain't play no game with your ass.
Then the lady that prosecuted him was sleeping with one of the damn members.
She eating dick. You eating dick. You eating dick on the back door. No wonder that shit went so haywire. You fanning out and eating dick.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. One of the clips that went viral from my last interview is you was getting on women's discernment for picking out niggas that are street niggas, kind of like yourself, and then at the end of the day.
No, I'm retired.
Yeah, okay.
Don't put that on me. Okay. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How you do that shit? The Father, the Son, I don't know how, you get what I'm saying. That shit, that Catholic shit.
What I wanted to ask you from the male perspective, right? Why do men keep chasing these like bullshit type of women, right? Like you have men that get this money and they literally, we seen it with the Michigan coach. The nigga threw his whole family away.
That nigga ignorant. That nigga a special kind of stupid. That nigga, that nigga the highest level of dumbass nigga you could be, right? Because we just watched the guy from Boston Celtics, the coach. Him talking the same kind of shit. You fucking on a bitch. Okay, nigga, you can get another job.
But he had Nia Long. He tripped all the way out.
Man,
You do me had Nia Long.
Nia Long a hoe. Ain't no special pussy.
Wait, what?
Nia Long a hoe.
Not Nia.
Nia Long a hoe. That's old pussy ain't hitting on nothing no more.
Wait, you don't like no old pussy? That's just gotta be.
Nah, I ain't saying like no old pussy.
Okay, I'm finna say, all right.
You went too far. But Nia Long, nigga, Nia Long ain't no bitch. If I had Nia Long, I'm fucking on her too. That pussy old. Tupac fucked her. Well, that pussy ain't nothing that stopping no nigga from. Listen.
Nia Long though, bro.
Listen.
What about Sanaa Lathan?
What about them hoes? Them hoes ain't gonna stop no nigga. Listen, a nigga with motion, we fucking every bitch come through here. What are you talking about?
Who's another one? Angela Bassett.
Why you gonna make me say something about that? I'm already been in trouble about this motherfucking, what the motherfucker who I said something about? Angie Stone. They already got death threats. Why you gonna bring up Angela
Bassett? All right, admit that question. All right.
Yeah, don't do me like that.
All right, so this special
if I say something about her, you know why you do me? You trying to set me up.
I bet. But anyway, so special kind of stupid Michigan coach.
That nigga is a special kind of stupid ass nigga. First of all, you fucking a white bitch. You know white bitch gonna tell. Listen, black man, successful position, white bitch, you going to jail or you going to hell or you gonna get fired. In that way, black man is a success. Listen, black men, black NFL players, black basketball players, black Major League Baseball players, black podcasters, black rappers. Leave them white bitches alone. Them white bitches were raised to tell and call the police. White bitches don't look at call the police like black women do. Y'all need to go get y'all some sisters. You got so many sisters who doctors, lawyers, scientists, entrepreneurs. Hey, listen, black men in positions of power and influence, leave them white devil bitches alone. Leave them all alone. Leave them alone.
Why do you think so many prominent black men get caught up with the white girls?
The white bitches. They're not white girls. Right. How dare you? They're white bitches. They're whores. The devil created them hoes to suck dick and get fucked in the ass. That's what the white bitches for.
That sounds pretty entertaining though. I mean, it sounds like
but white bitches start sucking dick at 3-4. That way they learn how to suck a dick 3-4 years old. By the time they get 10, whole professional dick sucker. We know that.
That sounds intriguing to a nigga though.
Say who?
That don't sound intriguing?
No, because we don't get our freak bell turned on to about 14, 15. You know how niggas be.
Right.
We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We don't get the freak meter turned on. See white men, they love little kids.
So the term, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. Have you ever heard that term?
No, that's new shit. What that shit is there? What you say there?
If it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
What that mean?
Basically, they finna go knock down some white girls.
They who?
They finna white chicks. White, yeah, they gonna be there. Yeah. Niggas. Yeah.
Oh, that's some nigga shit.
Yeah.
That's some nigga shit. Cause white bitches are easy. They're whores. I get it. The white bitch would do anything. White bitches been sucking dick. See, listen, 20, 30 years ago, black women, they been sucking dick now, but they wouldn't just readily admit they some dick gobbling ass hoes, right? White bitches, you know what you gonna get out of a white hole. You getting the most diabolical ass fucking asshole, pussy squirt, or it's just horrible bitches.
Bro,
that's what we get.
You're not doing a very good job of making niggas
I ain't trying to convince it. Now I'm just saying what you gonna get. Now we know white hoes is horrible. White hoes was put on this earth to be sex slaves. They demons. We know that. I'm just what you want to tell me. I'm just saying. White bitches is just some demons. Now, so a white bitch is the spawn from the devil. The devil used white hoes to influence God-fearing, good black men to turn into demons themselves. And what white bitches were specifically put on earth to be whores. What other purpose do they got? What other purpose do a white bitch serve? Now, to answer your question about why do prominent black men, especially athletes, why do they turn towards white women? That's simple. That's already been asked. That's been asked and answered 30 years ago. Most of the athletes that grew up in the hood, most of them niggas are some big, gumpy, nerdy ass niggas. They ain't the cool kids. They just some big old basketball dunking, football running, track star ass niggas. Those motherfuckers in the hood, especially when you're in high school, now with the LeBron James and all that kind of shit, motherfuckers see a check in that. But 30, 40 years ago, they looked at them big old dumb goofy ass niggas like they was nerds. And so by the time they got to college, when you go to college, that's not a meeting, that's not that you go to an HBCU. When they get to college, the white bitches automatically target those niggas because the white bitches have been trained. That nigga finna be a future millionaire. I don't give a fuck how ugly, how stupid, how musty that nigga is. That big old giant 400, that nigga right there, big nigga right there, here right there, that nigga finna get a check. So whereas black women, we see what we see right now. They want the dope dealer. But the white bitch in college, and then don't forget, when you're in college, especially when you go to a Ivy League school or Pac-10, those are white establishments. There are more white women, and white women, they love on you differently than the black women do. They're willing to accept you because you ain't got no money. You ain't got to have no big chain on for a white bitch. A white bitch looking past that shit. They looking past all that shit. They looking at your future. Whereas black women typically look at, and it's gonna sound like a knock against black women, but black women looking at right now, right? And they shunning the athlete, right? Most of those athletes say, well, they call me big old black, dumbass, ugly ass nigga. I got to college around these white women, they all own me. So I fell in love with them because they was in love with me. So that's why you see a lot of these athletes and a lot of these entertainers turn to white women, because white women smoke, they gonna be there, because they understand the long game. They didn't pimp out the black culture. They understand what we don't know. They understand about us. They understand more about our potential than we do. And so that's why you have the niggas going to white women, because when I was shooting in the gym, you said I was ugly, stupid, I wouldn't make it. I ain't had shit coming. But this white bitch, she gonna suck a dick. Her mama gonna suck my dick. She gonna get her girl, all her girlfriends gonna suck dick too. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing a very horrible job at convincing niggas not to.
But listen, don't let all that shit, black man, you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong.
How strong do you want a nigga to be?
You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. Now listen, you see that shit? Now you hear that shit? That just tell you how far we fucked up in the head, man. You hear me? Now,
you just described.
That was a commercial for white whores, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just pick that part out and just make that a commercial for white hoes. You gotta be strong though, but you gotta understand that we were created for black women and vice versa.
Facts.
I get it though.
Facts. Why do you think, what's so crazy though? I would imagine that, we all come from the struggle, we black, but why do you feel like when certain black people make it to a certain level, they look down on niggas? Like, bro, you came from where we came from.
Well, listen, bro. What do we tell athletes who, what are we saying? What's the brother who played for Memphis? Basketball dumb and super.
Ja Morant or
what are we telling Ja Morant, who doesn't seem to be able to break away from the street shit? What are we saying to him? We're saying to him, nigga, how stupid are you? How many times do you have to put your life, your freedom, your career in jeopardy before you understand that all that hood shit, that gangbang shit, that shit is counterproductive, and it's gonna put you in a position where you're gonna be in the penitentiary. You got plenty of examples of motherfuckers who've jacked their career off trying to be loyal to the streets. The streets, hey, listen, my nigga, the streets don't give a fuck about you. You are where you are right now because of your level of talent. The streets don't give a fuck about you. They'll see you dead. They'll see you stripped down, and they're gonna laugh at you when if Ja Morant was to lose his career right now, if he was to get booted out the NBA, if he was to catch a lawsuit, get sued, get booted out the NBA, those contracts get dissolved, the same niggas who was running behind him, pushing him, filming him while he got a gun in his hand, those same niggas would laugh at him like he doing Sebastian Telfair. Right. They laughing at him. He did Allen Iverson. Before Allen Iverson got his groove back, they was laughing at him. You ran through $100 million, you broke, you laughed at the motherfucker. So, listen, so the whole thing is black people, we so motherfucking stupid. We are so motherfucking stupid. And we're so miseducated and so ill-informed to where when I see somebody doing well, and when I see somebody really honoring the gift that God gave them, I'm actually shocked, especially in the climate that we live in right now. We just talked about PoohSheisty and motherfuckers trying to make PoohSheisty and NBA YoungBoy clash and collide. You hear me? We watch the motherfuckers watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and now we're comparing PoohSheisty to, my nigga, you just did 3-4 years. So you're gonna come home and I'm assuming you're on federal paper. You come home and the first thing you do is start openly, right? BG couldn't even rap when he came home, right? He couldn't even rap when he came home. And then when they started to allow him to rap, they wanted to review his lyrics before he could put the song out. PoohSheisty come home, Go right ahead, nigga. Be as destructive and volatile and insightful as you want to be. Incite all the young niggas, your fans against young boy fans. The gremlins versus the motherfucking children from the corn. In the infamous words of Charleston bitch ass White.
What's your issue with him?
He's a ho-ho. He's a ho-ho. Fort Worth, Texas ought to be ashamed of that bitch ass nigga. Let me tell you something. One of the major things that he does, he criticized rappers, right? He criticized the whole hip hop scene. Is that not what he does? Right? He talked about how we promote self-hatred, misogyny, disrespect for ourselves and for our women, violence towards ourselves, and violence towards our own community. But Charleston White is really, he's a drill rapper himself. And what I mean by that is that when he came out, he was like a fresh of breath air because you had an older guy who was telling it like it was about the shit that was happening with black people and then the shit that we do to ourselves. That was refreshing because you don't really have black people who were in the YouTube world or the entertainment world who would come with raw truth like that, whether you want to hear it or not. Charleston White has figured out that him being on that soapbox, it doesn't pay him. So he didn't gave up on trying to be a redeemer in terms of the things he say, and now he's all sensationalism. He gonna pick the most volatile issues in the world, and he gonna say the most negative shit about it because he knows that somebody's gonna pay him for an interview. Period. As simple as that. So he didn't gave up on trying to be a redeemer. He didn't gave up on trying to use his voice to speak to the different shit that affects black people. And he even says it. He even said, man, I ain't trying to say no nigga no more. Fuck you dumb ass niggas. Y'all ain't listening no way. So I'm gonna say the most crazy. Charleston White is a black Charlie Kirk. Right now he's earning a living by pointing out the most obvious flaws, the most obvious problems within the black community. He's pointing them out. He's isolating them. He's pointing them out. White people love Charleston White now because he's a black Charlie Kirk. He's pointing out the issues that we all know are problems within the black community. He's talked about it, right? He's disrespecting women, kids. He's even disrespecting the dead for the purposes of entertainment. There's no probative, there's no educational, there's no cultural value attached to 95% of the shit he say. He's just saying it because he's a shock jock now. Charleston White is a YouTube shock jock. It's as simple as that.
So to play devil's advocate, right? You say some shocking things too, maybe, and you believe it, right? Mm-hmm. But let's say all of a sudden you start getting $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 of just a whop. You just getting this money over and over.
I'm not gonna compromise.
Yeah, I get it, but I just want to finish my thought real quick. And all of a sudden you are the biggest sensation on YouTube, Instagram. Everybody's booking you. You're on Shannon Sharp. You're on all these platforms, just spreading your gospel that you're spreading. Mm-hmm. You don't think it would change you, not even a little bit?
Listen, bro, I'm a black man, and I'm a black man who come from nothing. And so that's like what you just said Lil Rod did. Lil Rod was willing to compromise his manhood and his integrity for the spotlight that he never got. You never gonna win by selling your own kind out. You never gonna win by allowing yourself to be used as a tool against your own people. They've already tried that, right? Every black person, like Michael Jackson, he tried that. Ain't no difference between black and white. They tore his ass up. You hear me? He Jesus juice and fucking with monkeys. Tore his ass up. O.J. Simpson. Oh, I like black women. I like white women. Ain't no difference between. I don't believe in that race shit. Tore his dumb ass up. You hear me? Every black person in the history of the world of entertainment who have turned against their own kind, who've allowed themselves to be used as a tool, like Bill Cosby. Before Bill Cosby failed, he had changed from the Huxtable shit to one of the most critical people in the country when it came down to criticizing and calling out black people. Long before Charleston White, man, you had motherfuckers like Bill Cosby had turned super hypercritical, right? When they used him as much as they possibly could, they put all the white holes on him. He raped the bitch, drugged the bitch, they raped the bitch, and all that kind of shit. The white man they don't want you. They don't want you. They want to use you as a tool to expose your own people, to expose the faults of your own people. So even if I was getting booked, if I had to trade in, if you say, okay, dog, we go right now. I got 10 engagements. I have 10 big podcasts, 10 big platforms, and we're gonna get $10,000 a piece. But you have to say this, that, and the third, or you have to slickly, It ain't gonna be blatantly, but you have to. Here's a point. I want you to emphasize this point, that point, and do it in such a way to where nobody knows that you're really kind of like, right? I'm not gonna do it if I feel like that I'm compromising my own people. Me being critical of my people and me telling it like it is, that's different from me being used by somebody else as a tool, as a weapon against my own people. You ain't never gonna be able to weaponize me against black people. I don't give a fuck how stupid and how ignorant niggas is. I'm never gonna do that.
So let me ask you this. One thing we can't deny that he does is still give game, even within that.
Yeah.
So I guess, his whole thing has always been, like you say, he'll get his shit off, but it's to bring people in and he'll educate them. Do you respect? Because he literally tells you what he's doing.
Listen, he's mastered the world of YouTube, right? Right. He's mastered the whole game of. So listen. So he's a shock jock. We know that people, whether you want to hear it or not, we know that when you say he's a critical thinker,
right?
And as such, he knows how to instigate. He knows how to create a firestorm. He knows how to create an avalanche. He knows how to do the things necessary that's going to get people to pay attention. Is he all bad? No, he's not all bad. He ain't all bad. But his focus now is simply pointing out the obvious and then using those using our obvious flaws as a people, black men and black women,
right.
Using the obvious flaws of black men and women. And then he's putting those things on, he put them on the billboard for the whole world to see.
Right.
It's true. I'm not saying he's mastered this shit. He will tell you, I don't give a fuck about redeeming nobody no more. Right? I'm saying whatever I got to say, like the LSU player who committed suicide, right? How he handled, see listen, it's a difference between being a truth teller, but he's crossed the line to now that he's just into the world of shocking, right? When his numbers fall on the algorithm, then you're gonna see him grab hold and purposefully take the opposite side of something that we all consider to be normal and appropriate. He gonna jump on the opposite side of that shit and go right for the jugular vein, knowing that's gonna inspire people to want to talk to him about why he said X, Y, and Z. But listen, when it comes to that, he great at that.
No.
He's mastered that.
I feel you.
If you're weak, listen, if you're a weak interviewer, right? You can't even interview Charleston White because he's gonna run circles around your motherfucking ass. He's gonna run circles around you. Now, you have to have some level of intellect to even sit down and talk to him, because if not, he gonna peep it. He gonna peep you slow as a motherfucker, and he's just gonna take over the interview.
He gonna run it over. Yep.
Yeah. Or y'all gonna have a conflict because he is taking over your platform.
That's a big fact. It's funny, right? Because one of the things I wanted to ask you about, right, just on some other shit is, what is Big Meech doing, bro?
Who?
Big Meech from Detroit. Like he's been out, and it seems like he's made zero moves. I'm just really shocked by that. Why do you think it's taking him so long to kind of find his foot in this new age world? So
I'm going to answer your question by asking you a question first.
Right.
What did you think he was going to do?
All right, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? It was set up perfect.
It
right?
was.
We had his son playing him in a TV show, which was a hit for the first season at least. It went downhill quick.
It was.
But it was almost set up perfect for him to come home and hit the ground running. And then that whole situation with him and Rick Ross, it just seemed like from there it just went downhill. But I guess the thing is, when you hear Big Meech stories, you always hear the same thing. The billboard, he put 1,000 people on, this, that.
He did all that.
Then you hear, oh, well, he told on Cuffy. Then you start hearing all these stories that we never heard before. At least as a consumer, as a general consumer.
They have the magnitude.
Right. So then we start hearing all these stories that made him look away. And now it's just in this weird position where I don't know what the fuck's going on. But he's one of those people that you would have thought, or I would have thought, would have been on podcast speaking, giving game, something. Nigga, we ain't seen that nigga do nothing. Why do you think that
it is? Listen, so if you ever thought that people like Wack100, Adam 22, and academics, if you never thought that shit, see, people don't understand. Listen, black people, even though we operate on YouTube, even though we have YouTube channels, black people do not understand the power of YouTube. They don't understand the influence, the reach, and the impact. people in the ghetto think this shit is a game. They look at YouTube like YouTube is like Instagram. No, nigga. YouTube is not Instagram, it's not Facebook, it's not TikTok. YouTube is a genuine source of information, whether you want to digest it or not. So when I'm on a platform like this, you can't buy your way on the Reallyfe Street Stars, right?
Right.
So if you're on Reallyfe Street Stars, you're here because you are lit in some way that they deem that what you have to say is worthy. Because y'all don't just come on here and interview anybody. You can't just. It was hard for me to get up this motherfucker. I had no country boy. You hear me? I had to holler. You know what I'm saying? I had to send resume in this bitch, right? But people underestimate the power of YouTube. The power of YouTube is a destructive. It's like a branch of the government. Listen. Most people don't even watch CNN or MSNBC to get their news. When something happens, whether it is entertainment, sports, politics, whatever, they go to YouTube first. YouTube, they don't go to Instagram first. They go to YouTube first. Niggas, listen, some of us don't even get cable no more. I mean, they got the internet and they shit hook up to YouTube and that's it. They got Tubi and YouTube. That's it, you hear me? So the campaign was launched against Meech. So listen, the whole thing is, even 50 Cent destroyed Big Meech. He did. Yeah. He destroyed Big Meech. The same thing he's trying to do with Puffy. Puffy is an historical figure in the world of entertainment. Right. So it's gonna be harder for him to really pull that off with Puffy, because especially when Puffy come home, because he still get that bread. So Puffy doesn't need a helping hand from a Rick Ross to be relevant, because he's still holding that bank. He still owns all his masters. He still has all of his residual income. So it's gonna be harder for him to attack him. Then when Puffy get home, he'll be free to move around and kind of like counterattack. But right now he using motherfuckers like the Ray J's and the Lil Rise, them to kind of like to get at Puffy. But Big Meech ain't got nothing coming, bro. He through, and he should be through. What do we expect from a motherfucker who made a living selling dope? Let's just keep it gangster, bro. What is he entitled to? He wasn't selling dope to white people. He was selling dope to niggas. So this is a prime example of niggas looking up to the wrong people. Motherfuckers have turned him to a folklore hero as like he was robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. I was super critical of Big Meech, right? And I'm super critical of his stupid, stanky, musty ass son. Because listen, his son is a reflection of just how, listen, they say that the sins of the father, it visits upon. Lil Meech, little rat ass nigga, right? Everything about that nigga is flawed. And I know motherfuckers keep on trying to put that little nigga on Detroit, but that nigga wasn't born in Detroit, wasn't raised in Detroit. He ain't got nothing about Detroit in that nigga. Nothing. Simple as that. So I don't know what motherfuckers expected from Big Meech. You look at T. Southwest T was just as important as Meech. And Southwest T, dare I say, I've been critical of him too, but Southwest T was way more of a real nigga than Big Meech was. What nigga in his right mind put up a billboard talking about the world is mine who sell dope? What nigga is you retarded or is you stupid, nigga? Which one is it? You hear me? So I thought it was a bad decision outside of the series. It was a bad decision. 50 Cent, he already told the story that 50 Cent was blowing up when Big Meech when BMF was in full stride. 50 Cent said I avoided that shit, because why in the fuck, if I'm a millionaire, why would I be running behind some niggas who's selling dope? Why would I do that? You hear me? So 50 Cent never had no respect for Meech to begin with. 50 Cent was playing games with the nigga. He got into bed with the Tammy Collins. Why? Knowing her full situation, knowing that she was a cooperating witness, knowing that she was a DA informant, he still got in bed with her because at the end of the day, it's about that bread, about that money, about that series. Why is Big Meech, why don't he got no money right now? Where the fuck Tammy Collins at? You sold your life rights. Your son made millions of dollars. Why are you down there living in Floyd Mayweather's spot? Why are you down there fucked up? The club that he just opened up down there, the 24K, listen, bro, let me tell you the history of that. It's a Starvin' Marvin's. Starvin' Marvin's was one of the top strip clubs in the city of Detroit. I don't know if he Chaldean and Arab, but that was the guy who went from Detroit down to Miami, bought the club, and formed a partnership with 50 Cent. That was I think he's Chaldean. I think he's Chaldean, right? Yeah. All the niggas that Big Meech looked out for, right? They ain't did a motherfucking thing. This motherfucker came out of nowhere, went, bought the club, struck a partnership was not really a partnership, because how can you have a partnership with somebody who doesn't have anything equal to blend with you, right? He's hoping that Big Meech's name will carry the actual brand of that 2-4K, which is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, but he hoping it. But all the niggas who Big Meech did something for from coast to coast, ain't none of the niggas came down there and bought no club, put that bread down, hating the system on the motherfucking thing. It took a Chaldean from Detroit to go to Miami and buy a club and form a fake partnership and put Meech inside of that club so that he can generate some money. He did because Starvin Marvin, a millionaire, right? So it was nothing for him to go out there and buy that club. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. Everybody in Detroit know who Starvin Marvin is, right? Yeah. They know who he is. They know he land like that. But it wasn't no nigga who did it. It wasn't one of these niggas who grew up, who was sucking Big Meech's dick and going out there kissing his ring finger. It wasn't none of them niggas that did shit. They may have gave him a couple of thousand, but nobody put him in a position to actually earn a living for himself except the Chaldean from Detroit. Right. Come on now. Damn. Come on now. Where all them niggas at from coast to coast? Where they go? Where they at? It took a Chaldean with a business mind to go down there and open up a business and okay, we'll let you do your thing down here. I'm not gonna stay down here with you, but you do your thing. I'm gonna put you in place, I'm gonna open the club, I'm gonna remodel that motherfucker, and there you go, OG.
Oh, so there you go. So they got him back in the game.
Yeah, he got the club, that 2-4K down there.
Gotcha.
That is a combination of Starvin Marvin with the bread and Big Meech's name supposed to make that club go. I don't know how successful it's gonna be.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But the whole point of the matter is, where's all them niggas who was dick sucking, cock eating, gobbling, basically trying to Diddy monster that nigga? Where them niggas at?
And I was finna say, I mean, bro, it's rare that we see a kingpin get out of jail. So when you see one get out of jail and you don't see it just seems like he has no motion, and that's just
horrible
weird.
decision. So the reason why, horrible decisions making, right? So people say, well, damn, that's Big Meech. Big Meech, he doesn't have to subscribe or prescribe to 50 Cent and Rick Ross beef. My nigga, you the stupidest motherfucker in the world. This nigga, the first time Big Meech's mama ever had a Mercedes-Benz is when 50 Cent bought it for her about 3-4 years ago. Damn. Right? She's still living in the same house she was living in when them niggas was getting all that money. Now, sometimes our parents can be stubborn and don't want to move. My nigga, with all the action you got going, you was supposed to force that. You hear me? But you wasn't concerned with that. You was concerned with trying to let everybody know, hey, I sell dope. Like that shit was legal. This nigga was running around, this nigga had a sign, I sell dope, right? And listen, you ain't even there's no investigation required. He telling the whole world I sell dope, so we know he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. But my overall point is that he came home, and I don't know if he thought he was bigger than the program, but the program ain't based on dope. The program is based on money, power, influence. You don't have the money no more, so therefore you don't have the power, because your money came out of the power. All the bitches, all the goofy, dumbass, following ass, cock-sucking ass, glizzy gobbling ass niggas, it was about the money. That's what got you the power. They wasn't following you because you was a charismatic ass nigga. You ain't Martin Luther King nigga. You wasn't Malcolm X. We now know you was a bumbling ass idiot who just had a dope plug. You aspired to be the biggest drug dealer in the history of the world during a time where he from Detroit, nigga. You grew up watching all them dope best friends, YBI, White Boy Rick, Maserati Rick, Demetrius Holloway. You grew up watching all these niggas fall. Right? See, listen, niggas are forgetting that this nigga openly advertised that he sold dope. On everything. Didn't mind doing it. So what did you think he was going, if it wasn't for drug trafficking, what do you think he was going to come home and do? Don't forget that when BMF got indicted, the one thing that niggas is missing, they have no major forfeiture hearings. What does that mean? You made almost $1 billion in 10, 15 years, and there was no major forfeiture. Name a drug crew of that magnitude who don't own no buildings, no salons, no liquor stores, no car dealerships. Nigga, he made the strip club in... Them rap niggas ain't do it in Atlanta. Them tutti but fruity ass niggas didn't do it. It was a Detroit nigga who went out there and turned that goddamn strip club scene up, right? You don't own one strip club? So during the indictment, there was go look it up. There was no major forfeiture hearing. They ain't take 100 houses, 25 pieces of property from New York to LA.
Didn't they take the White House?
What the fuck was that?
The house that T owned in LA.
That's T.
Okay.
It's a difference between T, even right now to this day.
Oh, the White House was in Atlanta? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in Atlanta. But it's a difference between, listen, Southwest T and Big Meech, they're brothers, but they're two totally different people, right? T has always been pro-Detroit. Big Meech wasn't running with no Detroit niggas. He was running with niggas from LA. Niggas from St. Louis, niggas from Memphis, niggas from Atlanta, niggas from Miami. T-Whole squad, his old personal squad was Detroit. He never turned his back on Detroit, if that matters.
But see, okay, then why? Okay, then I blame y'all for not holding him as high as we never hear nothing about T. I don't know. I'm saying just in the general public, when y'all speak about BMF, we never hear about T. Just to be honest. You don't hear about it,
you know why? Because listen, you watch Scarface, right?
Yeah.
We know Sosa, we know Lopez, we know Tony, and we know Manny. What was the other guy named who's a right-hand man with the black curly hair, shoulder length?
Yeah, they went to that hotel.
Yeah, what was his name?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Angel. Angel was his name, right? So he was that. It wasn't Manilow. It was him. He was right. Don't forget how did he die? Because Manilow out in the car talking to some bitches. That is Big Meech. Outside talk. Big Meech is Manilow on Scarface. Outside not paying attention. Hey yo. While niggas up there getting chainsawed. Hey. That's him. It's as simple as that. So it's simple. Them niggas, they drug dealers, bro. Why are we trying to affix the title of hero to a motherfucker who was so dope to your mama and man? Let's keep it G. I'm just keeping it G.
It was a story. I just want your take on this, right? Mm-hmm. It was a story. It happened actually in Arlington. It was a man, a young dude from Arlington, ended up killing his baby mama, right? Mm-hmm. Shooting the baby mama. But the story that I hear is that she tried to set him up or something like that, and he just killed her, right? Mm-hmm. What are the rules for women in the streets dealing with men? Or is it just if you in the streets you get treated just like a street nigga, or is it any kind of compassion to a woman that may try to set a man up, etc.?
So I'm glad you asked me that question, brother. Let me take a deep breath before I answer, right? Because you asked me something like that before. I got a bunch of death threats and bitch ass niggas. My whole pussy quota went down. I can't get no pussy no more. Right? Because I done said this shit that you try to set me up and fuck up my pussy. I know what you're trying to do. You hear me?
I feel like the pussy rate might have went up, bro. I see them girls in the comments, nigga.
Listen. Yeah. So listen. So let me answer the question this way. Right. So black women in today's society, in this world, in the ghetto, in the hood, right? Black women are the new men. They're the ones with the most heart. They're the ones with the most mouth. A black woman to cuss you out and call you a bitch ass nigga way faster than a nigga will, because a nigga know the consequence of it. See, black women, they want to act like niggas, but they don't want to accept the consequence that comes with being a nigga. I always say, as a black woman, there's a way for you to express your displeasure with something a nigga did or something a nigga didn't. Something a nigga did or something a nigga didn't do. As a black woman, there's a way for you to express your displeasure with something that the man said or didn't say. Because sometimes when a motherfucker don't say, it's just as important as what he did say. Right? So my thing is that black women, they've been raised in households absent, strong, black men. There's studies and research that talks about how black men grow up in single-parent households predominantly by their mother. They're raised by black women, so they're hyper-emotional, they're high-strung, they handle things from an emotional standpoint because all they see is their mama, and their mama's a funky bitch, so niggas really got funky bitch attitudes like they bitch-ass mama, right? But listen, we never talk about, or we never examine how growing up in a household, how growing up in a household minus strong male role models and father figures, how it affects black women. Right now, you can have a black woman who's 20. Her mama had her when she was 16. That means she's 36. Her mama had her when she was 16, which means she's 52. So you got 20, 36, 52. All three of them hoes in the club at the same time. right? All competing for the same no good ass street nigga at the same time. Now the 52-year-old grandmama, right? She feel like I gave my childhood up. I ain't ready to be old yet. Don't call me grandmama. Call me Nana. Call me Gigi, right? Them the worst kind of hoes in the world, right? Right? So listen. So you have the 20-year-old, her mama 36, her mama, grandmama is 52. But the 20-year-old got a 4-year-old daughter because she had a daughter when she was 16. Ain't no man in the equation nowhere. So how does growing up in a household where you've never seen your mother and father get into an argument, right, and then come down off the argument and still love on each other? Right now, black women give up on your ass like this. You get into one argument, they're trying to cut you off. You know why? Because they've never seen compromise inside the household. They've never seen their mama or grandmama get into it with their daddy or granddaddy or stepdaddy or step-granddaddy, and then it might be an explosive argument, but I'm showing you that the argument doesn't dictate the longevity of this relationship. It don't impact the structure. The argument is just that, an argument. Black women get mad at you right now, bro. You a hoe ass nigga, they give up on you and go run to the next funky nigga. And he ain't no better than the nigga you left because they don't understand how to rationalize. They don't understand how to bring about peace. Your grandmama cussed your granddaddy out, right? But she didn't try to destroy the relationship because she understood how valuable he was. Your grandmama checked your granddaddy for sure.
Right.
But she ain't call him a bitch ass nigga on Instagram.
Right.
She ain't call your daddy no bitch ass nigga in front of a house full of people. Right? She waited till everybody you knew that the temperature was hot in that bitch. Right? Ooh, yeah. But as soon as everybody left, she got Big Willie Earl ass. You hear me? Big Willie Earl wrong with the motherfucker. She got Robert Earl, Willie Earl. Everybody granddaddy Robert Earl, Willie Earl. James. Everyone, right? Black women nowadays, they've grown up in households with the absence of any males whatsoever. So all they saw, the 20-year-old, all she saw was her mama run niggas in out the household. Niggas ain't shit, nigga blah, 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 blah. If ain't no money attached to a nigga, that's his value right there, he ain't shit. So the 20-year-old never saw her 32-year-old mama have no type of peaceful relationship or a meaningful relationship with no man. And then the 32-year-old woman, her mama 36-year-old woman, her mama 52. Right? Her mama had her young. Her mama been running the streets while she was growing up. She ain't taught her nothing. And she ain't never seen her grandmama have no fruitful, prosperous relationship with no man. So nowadays, what does that do? That produces women with no conflict resolution skills whatsoever. So now, as soon as she get mad, you a bitch ass nigga, right? Even if you trying to correct her, and even if you ain't wrong, if you challenge a black woman at all, right? If she feels like that you are saying something that she don't want to hear, even though the shit you saying got wisdom attached to it, you a bitch ass nigga, you a messy ass nigga, you a sassy ass nigga, and then the biggest word of all, you a narcissist, right? You a narcissist ass, no good ass nigga. All that shit comes from, right? They don't know how to break it down. So listen, your grandmother knew how to influence the man to do what he want to do. Hey, listen, I'm not finna send you out to the street. Look at Cardi B, a perfect example. You said that you stopped fucking with Offset because he was a cheating, no good, racist ass nigga who couldn't stop fucking the hoes. And then you replaced him. What a wonderful role model you is, bitch. You replaced him with a nigga got 4 kids finna be born at the same time your kid finna be born. So what does that tell young black and Puerto Rican and Latin? What does it tell you? You act like you left one, bitch, you could have kept your mouth shut. Because how did the whole world, you could have kept your mouth shut and been a strong woman. You didn't do that. There's no conflict resolution skills whatsoever. So what that does now, to answer your question, to show you I'm on point, I ain't forget what you said, listen, a bitch, if you step into your, bitch, if you come down game, bitch, you get smacked like the game, ho. Bitch, if you in the street and you moving and grooving, Chicago the perfect example. The perfect example of this shit is Chicago, right? Them Chicago bitches is the worst bitches on the face of this planet, bruh. When it come to running game on a nigga and getting involved, how many stories have you heard the last 4-5 years where you had bitches who trying to line niggas up and backdoor niggas?
Right.
Cause niggas, you can't backdoor me, nigga, I don't trust you no way, right? So they use a bitch. Bitch, if you actively engage in street shit, bitch, you get the same thing that nigga get, ho. No different. I ain't gonna feel nothing bad about you. If I'm your brother and you find out this bitch backdoored me, are you gonna have any compassion for her when you know she walked me into my death? Nah, let me answer it for you. Now, I'm gonna kill that hoe. Bitch, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, and everything. I'm gonna kill you and everything look like you, hoe. Period. You don't get no motherfucking reprieve. Cause if you operating like a man and a man, something that's traditionally a man's game, you get the same thing niggas get who violate. Simple as that. You don't get no motherfucking reprieve. Oh, cause you a bitch. You ain't acting like no bitch. You act like a man. And that's what I go back to say. Like a lot of times, women put themselves in positions that men occupy with other men. A woman will come to you, y'all have a dispute or debate about something. She'll walk up to you right now. How difficult, even in this city, is for you go to a club and something happen and a woman call you a bitch ass nigga? They'll call you a bitch ass nigga quick. Now listen, when a man calls another man a bitch ass nigga, them fighting words, right? And so when you in the club and you hear the word, so the nigga can be going back and forth if you want to. When you hear that bitch word come out, oh, pack it up. Pack this shit up. Pack this shit up, right? Yeah. So listen, women will walk up to you and stand directly in front of your face, violate your 3 feet of human space, and call you a bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. And they'll say it with all the venom and all the intention that a man would tell another man. When you call a man a bitch face to face, that's war. And that normally is followed up by some type of aggressive behavior, right? Right? So when a woman walk up to a nigga and like call you a bitch ass nigga, you're putting yourself in the space that men normally occupy when they deal with men. So if you walk up to a nigga and call a nigga bitch ass nigga, he ain't looking at you like you know bitch. He looking at you like you a nigga because the words coming out your mouth, the words have meaning. They have spiritual and sonic meaning to them. So all he hears is, don't forget, you're asking, well, why he ain't got no right to hit the bitch? But listen, y'all already said that most men is some emotional, feminine ass niggas because they was raised by bitches. So you expect an emotional bitch ass nigga, according to a sassy, messy ass nigga, a Ray J ass nigga, you expect him to be a man and walk away when you talking crazy to him. He's incapable of doing that because you already provided the answer. How you gonna get mad because you already said we sassy and we hoe ass niggas? So when he smacked your bitch ass to the concrete, bitch, that's exactly what you expect because that's what his mama would have did, bitch. And he just like his mama.
You mentioned Ray J. Ray J, he always goes viral.
Doing what?
Just doing wild shit, saying crazy shit. What is your thoughts on Ray J?
Brandy got more heart than that bitch ass nigga do. I need Brandy to come save that bitch ass nigga. He obviously having a motherfucking nervous breakdown. He's having suppressed memories of oral fixations. Diddy that nigga. He done loved on that nigga too hard. He didn't put love on that nigga. He didn't put booty dookie love on that nigga. This nigga online, how do we know that Diddy went up in that boy ass? It ain't come out during the court case. Right? How do we know that Diddy played in that boy booty? He can't wait to tell us. He can't wait to expose to the whole world that Diddy played in his ass. You hear me? That's why I'm telling you the impact of them child molesters and them sexual deviants. The impact of them sexual deviants, he done took that boy manhood, he done played in that boy dookie shoot. That nigga just said he woke up in the bed one time and there was women in the bed. He went to sleep, woke up, his ass hurt. Wait a minute, Ray J, but you claiming to be big blood, a big Pyru out of LA. Even though we know you's a bitch nigga, you ain't really like that. You woke up with your ass so where the fight at? Where the murder at? Ray J just told millions of young black boys that when a nigga drug you and run a motherfucking snake up your dookie chute, when you wake up and you realize your ass hurt and you shitting, before you can get to the toilet, you start shitting on yourself because your bowels have been knocked loose. He had knocked your bowels loose, right? Why you ain't killed Diddy? Why you ain't beat him up? Why there's no stories about you going to jail? Why you ain't called police? Call police. Hey! This nigga here, That nigga there went here. That nigga went in here. You ain't fought this nigga nothing. All you got is a story. 2, 3 years, 4 years later, a nigga bust your back up. Pimp C voice. He bust your back up and all you gotta do is come in here. You ain't fighting nigga. What are the stories about you Black Diddy gang banging ass, Pyru ass nigga? What are the stories at? Don't forget, oh, I'm blood, I'm blah, blah, blah. You bitch, gauge it. I knew it. When you got to hollering about that, when him and Wack100, when they went to hollering about they got the transgender show, that ain't no normal, that's the best thing you could think of. You in the world of Hollywood, Brandy, Brandy your sister, you already got the ear of certain producers, right? We know what Hollywood look like now. We seen what happened to Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith. Look at Jada's son, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. We know what's going on out there. So Ray J, his nigga beat your back up. What you trying to file a lawsuit or something? A Lil Rod, part 2? He bust this nigga said, man, I woke up and it was some bitches. I went back to sleep, woke up and my butt was hurting. He looked behind him and it was just dookie oozing out his butt. And his asshole was so. And all he see is Diddy over there smiling. Nigga, what? Oh, nigga, where the fight at? Where the police at? The fire department, I'ma burn this bitch to the ground, bitch. I'ma stab your bitch ass up and I'ma burn this motherfucker to the ground. Ain't none of that happen. They trying to normalize being a fuck boy. They trying to, you a victim? You a victim, Ray J? Since when you been a victim? You been a shit talking ass. I done fucked the whole Kardashian ass. Nigga, come to find out, you really a bitch ass nigga. You really a victim minded. What's the difference between Ray J and Lil Rod right now? There is no difference. Ain't no difference. He a whole nigga and we ain't trying to hear that shit. Nigga, you been screaming at the moon, nigga, bust your back up, nigga. We don't believe you. I think you just trying to get some type of special. I think Ray J trying to get a check. I don't think Diddy drugged him at all. I think he did engage in some sexual deviant ass, baby oil ass shit. I think he really trying to get a check. I think he trying to latch on to the anti-Diddy sentiment, and I think he trying to get a check, bro. I think he's trying, but that's how pressed this nigga is. I think he wanted a book deal, a movie deal, a special. 50 Cent didn't put him in the documentary. I think he's trying to get some type of spin-off series of 50 documentary. I don't believe that Diddy did nothing to that nigga that he ain't want to have done to him. I don't believe that. I don't believe he drugged him at all. It don't take drugging Ray J. Ray J Ray J, Wack100, them niggas is two of the worst niggas in urban culture, bro.
So let's talk about this you versus Wack100, man. Like
did you see it?
Yeah, after we left here, the back and forth with you, Wack100, y'all got on the stream, academic stream. First time that you got on there, seemed like you was able to shut him down. Explain to me what is the issue between you and Wack100, first and foremost. First of all,
Wack100 is one of the most manipulative, he's one of the most destructive forces in black entertainment that we have right now. I'm gonna put, as far as destructive, I'm not even gonna put Charleston White on the list of most destructive forces. I think the most destructive, because we talked about the power of YouTube.
Right.
I think the most destructive forces in the YouTube streets, as we affectionately call it,
right.
I think it is Adam 22 and his whole No Jumper brand. Because that shit is Jerry Springer on steroids, bro. You put uneducated black men, gangbangers from the Crips and Bloods and Pyrus, you put them in a situation where they're going back and forth. It's natural animosity that exists between those people to begin with, right? You've turned street niggas into gossip columnists. You turn street niggas into just who are actively in the streets. You turn these niggas into just the most talkative bitch ass niggas in the world. They're not YouTubers, they ain't podcasters. You put these untrained, simple-minded ass fools in front of a camera and let them be, it's nigga shit gone wild, right? So when it comes to Wack100, I don't even give a fuck about what he do to nobody else. But about a year ago, he came out and he told the story about what happened between 42 Doug and Offset at the QC compound in Atlanta when Offset and Doug got into it over a dice game gone wrong. He tells the story about 42 Doug getting socked, getting his pockets ripped, getting his pockets ran. All that shit was fake. I was in Atlanta when it happened. Doug from the east side of Detroit. I'm from the east side of Detroit. When the shit went down, I got 2 phone calls from 42 Twin, who was big. He was big homie in the whole. It's not 42. It's 42. And 42 stand. 42 is 6. That's 6 Mile. They some 6 Mile niggas. That's where for people who don't know. It ain't 42. It's 42. 4 plus 2 is 6 Mile. Right. So he told the story about what happened to Doug. When he initially told the story, he talked about how QCP opened up the studio so that Blueface and Quavo could work and do some music together. He said because he was the oldest person there, he was like the OG there. When the gambling gang went crazy, went to the left and shit broke out, he separated the two, kind of like squashed the shit, right? That should have been the only story he told. He followed up the story about a year ago by saying that Doug got fired on, Offset ripped his pockets, chased him out the studio. Wasn't none of that shit true. And the follow-up to that shit, right, it's not about him just telling that story, but he understands that the follow-up and the consequences that Offset had to suffer for whatever happened was bad. Offset got beat, stripped, humiliated, the whole 9 yards, and Offset had to pay his way out of that trouble he was in. He had to pay. That shit just didn't get squashed just because. He had to pay to get another nigga off his ass. I didn't know that Offset was on GD time, right? When his shit first happened before it really exploded into him getting his ass spanked time and time again, the GDs from Chicago called me. My man RDN called me to bring Doug and Offset together because they knew it was gonna be an explosion and they didn't want to drag the GDs into that overall thing, you hear me? So he tried to bring some peace about this shit, but there wasn't no peace to be had because the niggas tried to get down when he knew he had the numbers on Doug, right? So that's one thing. I didn't like it when Wack came down with that story because if you're an OG, why is you telling the story knowing that both of these niggas is millionaires, they both got crews, and the issue is 3-4 years old, it's been deaded. Why are you telling the story now? When I cut into him, and I was talking to him in Loose Cannon, he said that he told the story because Offset told him to. And I said, because Offset told you to? What you mean Offset told you to? I mean, why would Offset tell you to rehash and retell this story? That don't make no motherfucking sense. He just simply said because Offset asked him to. I said, listen, my nigga, if you're an OG, you're supposed to live and die on that crown you tried to put in your own top. Nigga, if you're an OG, you know you kind of stepped in, you squashed the conflict, it should have been just that. That story should have been a personal story, and you should never try to tell it to the public. But he told it for content purposes, and that's where the danger comes in at. You fast forward to a year later, he tells a story about Tee Grizzley supposedly telling on Baby Shooter, AKA Tony Johnson. None of that's true. Wack100 said that Tee Grizzley's house got broke in September of 2022, right? Right? And it's a 3-year statute of limitation on felony burglary in the state of California. Wack100 got on No Jumper, then he got on Academics and Lads, said, well, it's 3+1. It's 3 years statute of limitation plus a 1-year tail. Ain't no such thing as a 3+1. A statute of limitation is a hard number. It ain't a hard number plus another hard number, right? It's a 3-year statute of limitation for felony burglary. It's a 1-year statute of limitation for misdemeanor burglary. It was a felony burglary because he had $1 million worth of jewelry and other items taken out the house. The 3-year statute of limitation, it went from September 28 of 2022 to September 28, 2025. That's 3-year statute of limitation. Baby Shooter is not sitting in jail for robbing Tee Grizzley's house. He ain't been charged with it. And then on top of that, this nigga Wack100 put out 2 pieces of fake paperwork. First of all, he put out a supplemental police investigation report that's written by Officer Hamilton. His badge number was 321-9842. I'll never forget that shit because I'm the one who did the deep dive research into the shit and found out what was really going on. That whole police report is fake. And then when he was pressured to kind of like produce some paperwork, at one point in time, have y'all ever seen Wack100 call a nigga a rat? With the exception of this and Zay Osama situation, that he ain't been able to produce the shit. So then what he does, he goes on to the clubhouse shit and leak the whole Tee Grizzley supposed to be a snitch shit. Then he goes on Instagram, he have bitch ass Christopher, glass jaw, throw a fight ass Lovejoy. He have him drop the paperwork. He have his little bots, his YouTube, Instagram, clubhouse spies go to work on the shit. And then he goes to Allen 22. Adam 22 allowed this nigga to come on that show and commandeer and take over his whole platform. It's just like you let me come on Reallyfe Street Stars and me lodge some accusations against a motherfucker and you not push back to challenge the veracity of what I'm saying. You let me weaponize your platform for the purposes of trying to do what I want to do, to put out any sensational shit, to try to destroy a nigga character. That's exactly what Adam did with this whole situation right here.
Do you feel like 1090 Jake, Wack have made it to where niggas don't trust paperwork, period, at this point? Because it's like there's so many people, the first thing you hear is, oh, he's a snitch, he's a rat. To the point where it's like, nigga, can we even trust y'all?
Well, I mean, listen, bro. I think it's a bigger issue than just that. The bigger issue is that people really don't give a fuck about people being rats no more, bro. That shit is not what moves and shake the urban environment. That shit don't move and shake together no more. Because I don't give a fuck where you from. If you from Dallas, you from Houston, you from Arlington, you from Detroit, you from Mississippi. It's a rat nigga in that city right now who got major motion. And niggas know he ratted on some shit. And niggas ain't gonna fuck with him. You know why? Because he got that bag, he got that bread. And as long as you get, see, listen, the rat thing is really about how much bread you got now. How heavy a nigga gonna press you. If you got money, niggas ain't pressing you because they know you gonna smack something. Right now, I can be from Dallas and tell on 30,000 motherfuckers, right? But if I got M's and I still get a plug, right?
Right.
A nigga might whisper I'm a rat, right? My brother and my people know I done told, but they still benefiting from my plug. They still eating off me, so they gonna protect me with their own life. They gonna take all the ridicule that come with me being a rat and them working for a rat. But that paper supersedes a nigga being a rat, right? Niggas really pick and choose who they call a rat. It's called selective gangsterism. If you fucked up and you threw and you washed up, you a rat. If you really have emotion still in the city and niggas are smack something about you or over you, then nigga be quiet. Nigga ain't gonna stand on that loud talking ass. You point the finger unless they got a crew just as big as your crew. But niggas don't give a fuck about that. So when it comes to I think it's an exhaustion at this point with the whole rat thing. You right. A rat. Niggas is exhausted because niggas don't really give a fuck if a nigga rat no way. Niggas don't care. Niggas don't care. You can look at the baby and the Terrence Gangster Williams situation. We now know that baby was given dog, even though he a stumped down diabolical rodent. He knows for a fact. We know for a fact now, baby, that's his brother. Yeah, you bold. You told them niggas. Know what I'm saying? But you still my brother. So I'm gonna make sure you good on the low, much as I possibly can, until he got exposed that he was really funneling. Then he couldn't make that happen, like the whole Atlanta thing. But look at Atlanta right now.
But I was gonna say, 21 Savage is going viral right now for saying telling on the dead ain't ratting.
It ain't.
And that's what
it's not.
Gangsta Williams was allegedly.
No, that's not true. That is absolutely not true.
Gotcha. Okay.
Terrence Gangsta Williams told on the police who was bringing that bag in Yazoo City, right? My nigga OG Freeze was down there with him. Terrence Gangsta Williams didn't tell on dead men. Where's the benefit to law enforcement of you telling on somebody who's dead for a crime that you can't prosecute said dead person for? You ain't clearing no case with that. Terrence Gangsta Williams told on niggas, told on prison guards in the Fed joint. They was putting them around different facilities, right? He was telling on the officers was bringing in phones, dope, and telling the hoes who was fucking and sucking. He told on real live human beings. It is not true that he told on dead people to get out of the Fed joint.
Got you. So
he told on niggas who actually moving, specifically prison guards. His thing was they're a guard, they're the police, so they ain't telling him. But if those police is operating in a criminal capacity, then you telling, nigga. That's telling. Now if they was dead, we would be tripping.
Okay, that's what my question was. So, do you rock with what 21 is saying?
Listen, I don't give a fuck what 21 talking about. If a nigga dead, if me and you, we go out and we rob that big giant motherfucker right there, and you know he gonna fight back, you know he tough ass nigga, but we gonna have to shoot this big ass nigga to get that chain off him, right? We shoot him, we think we get away, we don't get away, right? I'm still thugging though, but they know me and you, cause he seen it. Jeff seen it.
Yeah.
No, Jeff gon' he's right. Jeff seen it. Jeff civilian. No, Jeff's right. He seen it. So listen. So we still thugging though. I get killed in the street. They pick you up. They pick you up for, right? Jeff didn't see who shot. Or he know that we was in the vicinity, right? He put us there in the vicinity, right? We still thugging. I get killed on another thug mission. You still alive. If you have an opportunity to say, cause you my man, that was Dawgface who did that, bro. You know that nigga was out of control. He made me do it. That nigga been in prison his whole life. He fucked up. Mama was a crackhead. He ain't had no daddy. I grew up going to church. You know that nigga influenced me, right? You had better put that shit on me.
But when they go to pull up the paperwork, how do you explain that?
Hey, I'm dead. I ain't telling on you.
Not you. I'm saying Wack100 or somebody pull up the paperwork.
Well, the paperwork is gonna say he told on me. My death certificate gonna say what my death certificate says, right? I died on September 28th. What day is it right here? I died. What day is it?
Sunday.
This the 14th?
Yeah.
It's the 14th. I died September 14th at 9:30 a.m. Knock on wood. Where the wood at? Yeah, that was wood for me. No, hey, no, you ain't got me. No wood. Right? So I died on September 14th at 9:30 a.m. Right? They pick you up at 1:30 p.m. and they ask you, I'm dead. I ain't telling my nigga. That's a get out of jail free car. I don't know what the fuck niggas talking about with that shit. Niggas sound retarded, nigga. Nigga, if we thugging and you die, if I die, put it on me. That ain't what? That ain't telling. Because the telling is, if I tell the motherfucker that the motherfucker bears the responsibility of a consequence based on me cooperating with law enforcement, that's not me cooperating with law enforcement. That's putting a crime on a dead nigga. What you gonna do? Dig him up and put him in prison? What you gonna dig his grave up and put him? I don't give a fuck. You dig his grave up and put him on the inside of a prison yard and bury him behind the weight pit. That ain't telling.
So why is there so okay? Why when it comes to situations like this is it so many? It's never like everybody agrees on one thing. It's always like
because
is it a cultural thing? Is it by location?
No, it's not about location because niggas is niggas everywhere. It's definitely a cultural thing because black people, we are the only ones who really, really bear down on rat shit. White people, they gonna tell. We know they gonna tell. When last time you called a motherfucker a rat? That's what they do. You feel what I'm saying? And now we know the cartel. The cartel gonna swap a nigga out. Quick. The cartel, the Mexicans, they don't look at, because listen, let's get this straight. The cartel is they're beyond rats. They're government informants to begin with. They work hand in hand with federal law enforcement agencies to begin with. The cartel, the Mexicans, you Mexican, cocksucking, bitch ass niggas. We know that y'all don't really like niggas. Which camera is it? This one or that one? Right? All of them. We know that you motherfuckers don't really give a fuck about no niggas, and we know that y'all play and y'all practice swap them out game. Y'all don't look at us like we are brothers in arms in the drug culture. Y'all gonna tell on the motherfucker to get a green card, get your citizenship, or to get Pedro or Julio out of jam. We know what y'all gonna do. So don't be acting like y'all ain't gonna do that red ass shit because we know the fuck y'all gonna do it. Y'all been doing it. Future brother get caught with who? A Mexican. You hear me? A Taco Bell grande eating motherfucker. You Mexicans, we ain't friends. I'm sorry. Listen, black people need to start to re-examine their friendships, especially in the criminal sector, right? Because the motherfuckers that we thought were our friends when it comes to, they're not our friends no more, bro. And that comes across the board, whether you in some criminal shit, street shit, or whether you just in some political shit. Because nowadays, we have Arabs, the Chaldeans, the Chinese, the Indians. At one point in time, and I ain't talking about no criminal shit, I'm just talking about just in the struggle of being a minority in this country. Right. At one point in time, we knew that we had something in common with other minorities. But now, not so much now, because minorities are looking at black people like we are beneath them. Like we under them. And so they don't hold it. We're not brothers at arms anymore with them, right? So black people, we still, and so they get mad at me when I said that shit. Dog, what you talking about? You being divisive. No, nigga, what it is y'all don't want us to tell the truth. Y'all want us to keep on propagating and keep on claiming y'all as our brothers at arms, as our comrades when it comes to the struggle against white supremacy. Y'all want us to continue to be blinded or to continue to stick our head in the sand to act like y'all still on our side. They not. In the Mexican and the Latino culture, they don't consider themselves black. They don't adhere, they want to be black because they love black culture. Don't never get motherfuckers loving or being in love with black culture mixed up with motherfuckers being supportive of the black cause. When you look at a lot of Arabs and Chaldeans, specifically in Michigan, they love all things black, but they're not necessarily on the same page. Not all of them, but by and large, you can have one or two good ones, right? But listen, all white people didn't agree with slavery. That didn't stop slavery from happening. All white people didn't agree with motherfuckers being hung in the Jim Crow South, being killed and being tortured, but that didn't stop it from happening. All white people in Mississippi didn't agree with what happened to Emmett Till, but that still didn't stop it from happening. It didn't stop the police down there from covering it up. It didn't stop that white bitch, funky hoe, right, from lying and all that other kind of shit. And the white bitch, her family are property owners in Mississippi right now. That white bitch needs to be, listen, her relatives need to be stripped. Is she still alive?
I think she just died.
She just died.
Mm-hmm.
She came out, but she just died. Told the truth. So.
She came out and told the truth. What was the consequence of it? Right? Listen, black people, listen, I agree with a lot of the other minorities and white people. I agree with Charlie Kirk in some respects. We are so divided amongst ourselves to where we don't believe that there's a thread of connectivity between us anymore. So you will have an issue that affects all black people, and the main people arguing about or debating about whether Shay Whitey did something wrong to us or not is niggas. White people can just sit back. It's just like in Chicago. You got the BDs and GDs who are both folks, right? The vice lords ain't got to do shit. All the vice lords got to do is just, when I was coming up, the vice lord was against the GDs. Now, the vice lord can just sit back and just watch the folk nation destroy each other. Black people are the same way on a bigger scale. We so divided amongst ourselves that we can't agree on a motherfucking thing. And that's why other races and other nationalities can come to our communities and take over, because we infighting with each other about a chain or some motherfucking shoes or some goofy shit that don't have no value on life.
Now, give me the top most 3 destructive things that you feel like is happening in the black community.
Music is number 1. There's no greater influence on the culture than music. Music can be, listen, bro, listen. You had snake charmers. A snake is one of the most vicious, cold-blooded creatures in the world, right? Yeah. Snake charmers in India use what? To soothe. Music. Oh, yeah. Right? They use instruments. They use sonic waves to hypnotize cobras, right? So you can't tell me that music and sonic vibration don't have impact on living things, because they do, right? And when you push and you promote the most negative aspect of black culture through music and through a tribal beat, what the fuck do you think inspires? You telling me, my nigga, you can't tell me you ain't listening to Chief Keef, Finito. You can't tell me they ain't turning. Listen, you can go to a club. We can go to a club tonight. Have them drop PoohSheisty song on there. Is that gonna make you wanna go to church? Make you wanna hug your woman? Hell no. It make you wanna drill some shit. You put any NBA YoungBoy on and it's a murder right after the club let out. And it might be a murder in this bitch if a nigga snuck that tool in this bitch. A nigga might get banged out in this motherfucker. It's as simple as that. So music, hip hop, is one of the most destructive tools for black America. Hip hop is number 1. I hate to say it, and I hate that it's that way, but it's true. And anybody who says it's not is stupid, retarded, or deaf. You tone deaf. You for sure tone deaf, because that shit inspire you to want to go to college? Nah, nigga, that shit inspire you to want to go drill and kill. Even if you're not a driller killer. You got motherfuckers who are acting like gangsters who not gangsters because the music is sending a vibration up their motherfucking spine. And that's what it is. That's number one.
That's number one.
Music is number one.
Number two.
That music might be number one and number two.
Damn.
You hear me?
Yeah.
It might be number one. Social media. Social media. So music is number one. Social media is number two. And here's why social media is number two. It's because people who normally wouldn't have a voice, they now have a voice. And they have a voice to be able to, they have a voice to communicate. They're not communicating, they're communicating whatever they feel or however they feel about somebody, even if they don't know them, right? I said in an interview, I think about in 2011, I said, this Facebook and MySpace and Instagram shit, I think it was in 2012, because Instagram had just really hit the flow. I said, this shit gonna get a nigga killed. Because a motherfucker can sit behind the phone and call a nigga a bitch from halfway across the world, right? You can call a motherfucker a bitch from across town, thinking you ain't never gonna see him. And then when you do see him, motherfucker, listen, a motherfucker call you a bitch ass nigga on the phone, and then you see a nigga 4-5 months later. You ain't forget, cause you look like you a violent, aggressive nigga got out of jail, right there. You ain't gonna, I forgot what you said, you bitch ass nigga. So when you see me, then he don't expect no consequence. Because they're disassociated from having to actually confront a motherfucker like a man. It's different if I see you face to face and I say what I say, however it go, win, lose, or draw. But if I get on my phone, I can call you a bitch from halfway across the globe. I'm doing it in the most comfortable setting in the world, in my house, sitting in my bed, eating cereal, you know what I'm saying, talking shit about motherfuckers. So social media has given motherfuckers a voice who, I'm not gonna say don't deserve a voice, but people who wouldn't have see, listen, when you, social media magnifies the insult. It magnifies the negativity and the violence and the derogatory nature of a motherfucker's words. Because you know why? Because if you say it to me, I might hug you like, nigga, fuck you too, right? But if you say it out loud for the whole world to hear, you're challenging me in a way to where my manhood is at online because you calling me a bitch ass nigga in front of the whole city. So now when I see, you know how many niggas done died about beef that started on social media? A lot of times niggas don't even be around each other. If you from one hood, listen, how do we communicate beef nowadays? We communicate beef or our displeasure with another motherfucker by getting on Instagram. You a hoe, you a bitch, I'll drill and kill you, I'll fuck your hoe, right? It's social media. You giving a motherfucker a platform to spew out the most negative shit you can possibly say about a motherfucker, and there's no immediate consequence, so a nigga ain't got to check his tone, he ain't got to check his words, and niggas don't even be thinking about their homeboys. A nigga ain't even required, there's no parameters for what a nigga can say. And then, the third most destructive thing, it is music, social media, and then the third most destructive thing is the lack of accountability amongst niggas in the hood. That's 3. Because listen, the first person to know that your homeboy doing some whole shit is you. The first person to know is your homeboy. Listen, I'm from Detroit, my nigga. So listen, I was born between 2 cities, Pontiac and Detroit. Do you know how many niggas I seen get killed about a bitch, but niggas lied and said it was something else, right? Do you know how many niggas I seen who just wanted to fuck with a particular bitch and they went back and told, man, dog said fuck me and fuck our whole crew, right? But really, you really want that bitch. I've seen it on my mama, I've seen it. Do you know how many conflicts that go on? I don't give a fuck. I travel across the world, bro. You know how many conflicts are really about a bitch? It ain't really about him saying fuck the Crips, fuck the Bloods, fuck the GDs, fuck the Vice Lords, fuck this, fuck that. It certainly ain't about a nigga opening up no crack spot down the street from your crack spot. It ain't about that. It's about niggas really got some venom or got pressure on a nigga or for a nigga about a bitch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go lie to you, and say he said fuck us. You not finna go to him and say, hey brother, why did you say fuck my crew? You know we laying like that, you know we got these chopsticks. Why would you even do that when you know what it is? Right? Niggas are lie. And niggas that have a nigga in the graveyard or in the penitentiary by a lie is absolutely fucking true, bro. So when it comes to the third thing, it's a lack of accountability. You listen, if me and you both bloods, and I break bad and I tell them a motherfucker, the Crips ain't supposed to have to do shit to me. If we in the crew, fuck all the Crip and Blood shit. If we in the same crew and I break bad on a nigga, the other niggas ain't supposed to have to come and get me together. You supposed to get me together. Because you know I done violated. The first niggas who know a nigga that broke bad and told, did some weak hoe pussy ass shit is the niggas in his crew. The first niggas who know a nigga stepped out of line and stepping out of line is gonna create a beef is niggas in your crew. Niggas ignore it. You ignore it because you don't value your own life and you don't value the life of your so-called brother because you finna send niggas to the graveyard and you finna send niggas to the penitentiary about a lie, about you being a hothead, not having your emotions in check. So a lack of accountability, motherfuckers don't be accountable for nothing no more. Niggas let niggas do whatever. Say whatever, do whatever, and then when this shit explode, then niggas gonna tell. They gonna step back, they gonna tell, let nigga the head sawed off.
Speaking of telling, Queso's dad.
He's a bitch ass nigga. Don't you dare say that nigga name in here. Don't you dare say that nigga. That nigga's a bitch ass nigga. He a hoe. And the nigga doing interviews. That's what I just said. This nigga being interviewed about doing. But it's content. But
you know what's funny though? But this is the first time in history we've actually got the other side. They always say it's two sides of a story.
It is.
We've never been able to get the other side of the snitch's story.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: 6ix9ine got kidnapped and extorted by his own people. Mm-hmm. Did he have a valid reason to snitch?
No, because he's played into it.
Gotcha.
He played into it and he benefited from it. They protected him.
Right. He
from the hood, 6ix9ine. So it ain't like 6ix9ine is from. It's not like 6ix9ine is from. He was from the wealthiest part. It was not like 6ix9ine's not from the suburbs. He from the hood. He understood the consequences of what he was doing. See, whether you is or ain't a rat, it ain't about where you from. It ain't about suburbs. It ain't about ghetto. It's about, do you understand what you get yourself in? And should you have understood the consequences for your action? 6ix9ine was a grown ass man. He wasn't no kid. It was all good when he was screaming 9 Trey, when he was screaming on Chicago, pulling up in Chicago at 3:35 in the morning while everybody was asleep, but then acting like he stepped into a hood. He understood and he benefited from it, right? Just because your crew turned against you, they don't give you no right to tell no nigga. Nigga, get back. You supposed to, first of all, y'all already, see, he didn't tell because they fucked his bitch. He told because he didn't want to go to prison for a prolonged period of time. He's a bitch nigga, period. He a bitch cock sucking ass nigga. He told because he didn't want to get caught up. He didn't want to do 8, 9, 10 years. That's why he told. Oh, he fucked my bitch. How many niggas bitches you done fuck? She's a whore when you had her, nigga. Like this bitch is Mother Teresa or somebody. He's a hoe. Hoes get fucked. Newsflash. Breaking news alert, nigga. Oh, they put me in the trunk. That happened every day, bro. It happened every day. Niggas get put in the trunk. Niggas get DP'd. Niggas get smacked. Niggas get whatever. That's not, no. 6ix9ine a bitch ass nigga. Boston Richie, it's a bitch ass nigga.
What he did?
He a rat. That nigga been there more than Lil Woody. The only nigga was in the interrogation room more than Boston Richie with Lil Woody, right?
Can you, but with the Woody situation, can you unrat yourself? Like if you put yourself in the situation and then you actually help the niggas get out of prison?
I believe that you can redeem yourself. I believe that. It's gonna be unpopular that I said that, but listen, if Lil Woody would have stood on the shit he said, them niggas would be in prison right now.
Right.
They would be in prison. Thug would be still sitting in. He helped them. So yeah, so unratting, do we want to kill him now? No. But the order gotta go out, leave him alone. Because I'm not gonna say he can unrat himself, but there are, listen, bro, if you believe in holding in divine scripture, you can be wrong about something and you can repent or you can ask for forgiveness or something. Think about all the behavior that we see exhibited in the black community right now. We are in need of forgiveness, bro, right? So if we can be forgiven for murder or some type of other sin, if we can be forgiven in the eyes of the Lord if we but ask for it, and then we, right? So I'm not saying that he should be brought back into the brotherhood of men, but I'm saying that as far as trying to put, well, you can't put pressure on him because he a gangster rat. He gonna tear your ass up, he ain't going for it.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't about what you want. See, listen, the biggest misconception is, what do you want to do with Woody? You ain't finna do a motherfucking thing because if you play, you're gonna get parked.
Right.
Play, parked. That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
He ain't going for that shit. All rats ain't no suckers now. All rats ain't no coward ass niggas. You don't believe me? Go into the city and play with the wrong nigga, and you know he done told on a nigga, and see what happens to your ass who got some money.
So where do you put them type of people that they're so gangster that they don't even give a damn? They just play by a different set of rules.
Well, when you look at the whole YSL trial, let's examine the YSL. All jokes aside,
Right.
But I ain't trying to be funny.
Yep.
All them rats come out the YSL trial. Where they at? They're all in Atlanta right now with each other,
Right.
being interviewed on podcasts, doing songs with each other. They all right there. Ain't no murders. The murder rate ain't spiked since YSL members been free. Niggas doing podcasts. Niggas doing rap records. Niggas is rapping. Niggas is doing what they do. So listen, Atlanta and what happened to YSL shit, listen, young black men and women, just sit back and look at what's going on in Atlanta. It's peace and harmony. Lucci doing songs with Thug. These niggas are mortal enemies. Niggas dropping like flies, right? Listen, I understand the need to bring about peace, and I'm all for that. But what about the people who died in the war between YSL and YFN? What you gonna tell their mamas? Hey, Thug and Lucci, there's no way you can strike a peaceful accord. And I ain't saying crash out. But before you guys came together and did a song together, we gonna agree to disagree. I ain't fucking with you. Stay over there. We had a meeting. We didn't put together. I ain't fucking with you. That shit over with. We millionaires. We almost paid with our life. But as far as us doing songs together, that's never gonna happen unless people are made whole. You got to make whole the people who are sitting in prison as a result of all that thugging and niggas who lost their life, their families. Right? If you're doing a song, then the money and the proceeds for that song should go to all the people who suffered in that war and lost loved ones and been in prison with court-appointed lawyers. Because all the niggas ain't had no paid attorneys. They ain't had no Brian Steels. There's no way Lucci and Thug should have done a song without it being a meeting amongst all of the surviving members and say, hey, listen, man, who died? Who mama suffered? Where their kids at, right? So what we're gonna do? We ain't gonna fuck doing one song. We're gonna do a whole project. We both superstars, and then we're gonna get a bag, and the proceeds gonna go to all of the people who lost their lives or who are still suffering for us because they was loyal to us. That's what's supposed to happen, bro.
I'm just curious, like being from the streets, right? How do people cease fire? How do y'all stop a war?
That's the hardest thing in the world to do because it's hard to get everybody on the same page because me and you could be in the same crew, but he could be my brother and he the one died. So you might be on some the bigger picture. I might be still enraged by the fact I still gotta go see his kids. Right. That's my mama is still crying about him. That's my niece and nephew, right? So you might have a different perspective because you can see it differently because, right, you ain't actually had to suffer. So it all depends. So, you know, bro, I believe there can be atonement and reconciliation for even the worst shit that the motherfucker can do. But in order for there to be any kind of reconciliation, we have to atone. It have to be an understanding. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna strike, me and you beefing, I'm never finna strike no accord with you without figuring out, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but we gotta figure out how to, because the blood, their souls, I have digested the soul of my nigga who died trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And you as well. So we got to make something right amongst the families. How all the people family feel when they see you niggas doing songs together? They feel like y'all some bitch ass niggas, and all these niggas suffered trying to protect you two niggas. And now you niggas living y'all best life and millionaires, and we niggas still living in the ghetto fucked up. No, that's an affront and insult to everybody who died, bro. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, and I'm glad that they did. But at the same time, and I don't know, maybe they could have built some type of, let's look out for, but if they would have, they should have publicized it because that's bigger than doing it underneath the table if they have even done it at all.
Right. Have you ever gained respect for an enemy because he kept it so solid? Like
Yes.
In that scenario, he didn't
Yes.
snitch and tell?
Hell yeah, I've been in plenty of situations where, my nigga, I've been in shootouts with niggas and we get back to where we laugh and the bitch ass nigga try to kill us. Yeah, the bitch ass nigga serious, you hear me? Then I got a little whew, damn, you bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it happen like when there ain't no hood nigga in the world who really been in the trenches. And you know what I'm saying? When you respect because they shot back. Hell yeah, I respect you more because you shot back versus me letting you beat you up, nigga. You ain't even worthy for me to be beefing with you. Let me get down with you like that, nigga. Yeah, I respect that. Bro, there ain't no nigga in the hood. I don't give a fuck where you from. When you get back to the house, you straight? Yeah, I got the grades right here. Yeah, nigga hit me. Nigga hit me with a bat. Oh yeah, but you good? Yeah, bitch ass niggas. Yeah, you respect me because you know that nigga you gotta bring some ass to get some ass. Yeah. Hell yeah.
In 2025, I feel like we've never seen as many artists, rappers getting exposed by prostitutes as we've seen as of recent. We just interviewed a girl named Ja Morant, exposed Lil Baby, because she felt like the money that he gave her like $2,000 for some head, and she felt like it wasn't enough. The way he talked to her was crazy. I mean, their logic doesn't make sense to me, but what part of the game is that? You come from Detroit, that's pimping, right? What part of the game is prostitutes now exposing their clients, and only because they're high profile and they can gain clout off them?
I mean, that's not a new trend. That's been happening since the beginning of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's just that social media and YouTube has made information about other people more readily available.
Right.
And more easily available. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't nothing new about that. Ain't nothing new about being exposed. When you look at Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? The Stormy Daniels, that was exposing. When you look at what happened with Bill Cosby and all that, that was exposing. There's nothing new in the world of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's just in the world of sports that's been going on forever. Motherfuckers getting caught fucking them hoes, and it's been happening. The rappers, bro, they didn't turn to the biggest tricks in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? The rappers are stars. So a lot of them rappers ain't, a lot of rappers ain't gangsters, but they also not pimps in real life. They also ain't players in real life. A lot of rappers, they only getting bitches because they're rich and famous now. They ain't watch this. Look at the niggas' baby mamas before they get rich. Look at the condition of Young Thug. Google a picture of that nigga before he get rich and famous. Right? Like he ate rocks for breakfast. You hear me? Look at the condition of these rappers. Look at their baby mamas before they get pregnant. I guarantee you them hoes is through booking. I fuck with Dirk, but look at Dirk's first baby mama. Look at Dirk's baby mama. That money make you more attractive. That money make you him. These niggas ain't got no personality. These niggas never, listen, most of the rappers have never been through an A&R process.
Well, is it that, or is it just they just in the trenches and that's just what niggas like?
Niggas, no, nobody want to be exposed. Most of these niggas get bitches. Think about how Offset get caught. Cause bitches get mad and exposing. Niggas don't want to be exposed. The whole thing is that these niggas are tricks. You're talking about Atlanta specifically, right? Right? Atlanta is a trick city. You can't even get a bitch down there unless you're trying to pay a bitch. You hear me? I don't fuck no Atlanta bitch. You got dirtball Atlanta hoes think you supposed to trick on them. You got dirtball bitches in Atlanta because the whole culture of Atlanta is a trick. That's why when Sauce Walker, he was not lying when he say this Texas shit, this pimping. That Atlanta shit, that's tricking, right? You can't get no bitch. Bitches in Atlanta think you supposed to pay. Period. Simple as that. And if you don't pay, you a hoe ass nigga. You broke. You all kind of shit. You hear me? When it comes to this pimp, I'm with Texas when it comes to putting the bitch on the track. Bitch, no, bitch. I ain't got nothing for you, bitch. If I give you something, bitch, it's because I understand that we have an understanding, bitch, and I'm a, you know what I'm saying? But if I just cast the bitch out, I'm never gonna do that. I'm Texas. I'm adopted Texas. I'm TSF when it comes to that. You hear me? I ain't got nothing for a bitch. I got some advice for you, bitch. Look both ways when you cross the street, ho. I ain't got nothing for a bitch. If I give you something, bitch, you'll be locked in. I ain't just finna be for some pussy. I watch Pornhub. You hear me? I jack off. I watch Pornhub. Listen, once I bust that nut, I'm straight. I'm straight.
So again, Detroit is known for pimps, tricks, all that shit. So what is the rules? Because right now we see the women basically asking for a trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
They big up the trick. But it used to be frowned upon.
They don't respect them though.
Yeah, and so what do you think is right now? It's confusing, right? Because they're basically saying, "I want a trick."
Well, so listen, a trick. So the term trick has morphed, right?
Right.
The term trick 20, 30 years ago in the pimp hoe game, a trick was a sucker, lame, mark ass, duck ass nigga. He was a nigga. You goofy. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these bitches just want to turn a trick with a real money get nigga. Bitch, you the hoe. So we got two things going on here. Hoes want to be more than a hoe. No, bitch, you's a hoe, right? And then hoes want to be a hoe, but they don't want to be labeled as a hoe. I want to, no, bitch, how much, listen, bitch, let's just move past all the game plan, bitch. Now I want you rubbing your funky ass on me at DG. I don't know, bitch. What's up with that pussy? This outfit costs $2,000, hoe. I don't want you rubbing your funky hoe, her pussy hoe. You just rub that funky motherfucker on Rook. Right. I know what Rook did at his birthday party. You just rub that shit on Rook. Don't bring over here that, bitch, what's up with that pussy? See, I don't pay for no bitch. We ain't gotta go through nothing. What's up with that pussy? Bitches they want a trick, but they don't want to be referred to as tricks. They want you to give them, pay, give me. No, bitch, what's up with that pussy, bitch? This money is the link to that pussy, right? You want to call me a trick, a lame ass, suck ass nigga, but you don't want to accept the role of being a hoe. You's a diabolical, funky bitch. So if you want money, what's up with that pussy, bitch? It goes just like that.
Yeah.
It goes just like that.
Yeah. But okay, now keep it real though. Keep it real now.
Don't start. Don't see.
Keep it real now.
You go out of here with that shit.
It
bro.
ain't never been one thick ass Nubian queen that made you say, man, I know I ain't even, this a hoe, but
why
man, I might.
Why you add Nubian queen to shit? How you going? What the fuck is that?
Because you know they be looking like
what
queen.
What the fuck is that?
Man.
We Nubian. You just dress that shit up like that, bro? You just put a tuxedo on a pig, nigga. You just put a tuxedo, some lipstick on a pig. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Bro, then they be looking like a goddess.
So I get it now. Some motherfuckers don't want to cuff the bitch. I like you. I like how you look. What's up with that pussy? I'm really straight. Or whenever I need you, I call you and we'll play it like that, right? Some niggas don't want to wife the bitch, even though a bitch might be bad. A bitch can be bad and not be girlfriend material, bro. Right. That's the biggest problem too. No, niggas don't understand that. Every bad bitch is not girlfriend, not wife, not baby mama material. That's why these niggas end up at the front of the court. They get friend of the court in Texas. They get friend of the court here, FOC, child support.
Yeah.
Went for the nationwide, right?
Yeah.
It's a felony too. If you get too far behind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worldwide, nationwide, right? Every bad bitch is not. Some niggas. So I get it. Some niggas who having their way, who really holding. I want to fuck with you, bitch, but I don't want to leave my bitch for you. The pussy, you look good and all that, but you not that, bitch. I do want to hit that pussy. And then a lot of times, black women misunderstand. See, white women know, white women's are whores. They know this. Just because I fuck that hoe, that don't mean I don't love you, bitch. You got that shit mixed up. Oh, you can only love me. Who told you that? The white man? This culture told you that? No, nigga, where we come from, literally, our ancestors, we had more than one woman because we understood there are more women than there are men. So between the ages of 18 and 44, you might have 20 women, 20 black women to every one black man. So if one black woman got you, y'all in a relationship, what the other 19 are supposed to do? They on your ass, especially if you got any emotion. Even right now, a bum ass nigga can have 2, 3 bitches. A nigga who ain't got nothing. Nigga stay with his mama. Smoking a hookah and playing video game all day. He can have 2, 3 bitches because it's tight. It's tight out here for bitches. It's tight. Everybody ain't laying like that. Everybody ain't progressive, go getting ass motherfuckers. So it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pimping, little bitch, you pay for that little pussy? I might.
Dawgface, have you ever crashed out for a bitch?
Hell yeah. No, I look like it. Look at my face.
Okay, there we go.
What you talking about? What kind of shit is that? Yes, I crashed. Nigga, I'm crashing about a bitch. What's wrong with you, bitch? Bitch, I'm crashing. You want me to lie? I'll take it back. I will crash, but if that's my bitch, if in my mind, it ain't got to be reality.
Right.
If I believe that that's my bitch, that's my bitch. You fuck with my bitch, I'm gonna set you on fire. Yes, I have crashed, and we'll crash again. And again. Don't play with me. Fuck is you talking about? I'm crashing by the bitch. What? Deep in. I jump in the pool with no water by the bitch. What's wrong with you? He hit first. Yes, what? That's my bitch. You don't play with my, no. That's my bitch till I say she ain't.
Are there rules about women you should not crash out? Is it cool to crash out for the slide?
No, what?
You can't crash out for the side piece?
Well, see, listen. See, here we go. So listen, a sad bitch is officially yo bitch. Okay. So the sad bitch is a part of you. So, like for example, if we out in the bed, so if you know that's my bitch, and you then, cause you know that's my bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know that's my bitch, bro. You playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Well, you gotta, man, that ain't your main bitch. You wanna die. Go on, pack your shit. I'm sending your ass out the room. You trying to play stupid here. You trying to play semantics now. You trying to play games. you trying to footwork on a nigga. Nigga, that's my bitch. I said, you know my bitch. You know how many? Trust me, niggas will die about a good sad bitch. Good, pussy good.
Frank Matthews.
Yes.
Remember he packed up all this shit, disappeared with the side bitch.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Why do niggas seem to love their side bitches more than they main, but they never move on with the side?
I have an answer for that. I'm glad you asked that. Well, so listen. So sad bitches have a role to play, right? See, because you've been with your main so long, it doesn't mean you don't love her. It doesn't mean you don't cherish her. You have money, time, effort, energy, and probably children invested in a relationship. So your main really is like your sister. She's like, you're not respectfully.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying? She's like, that's my family.
That's real family.
That's my family. But I think it is the biggest misrepresentation of fact to say that a man can't love more than one woman, bro. That is not true. And just because I may have affection or affinity for somebody else, it doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to provide for you and caretake you. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do everything in my power to make sure you're okay. That's just a fallacy. That's not true, right? So it's not true that a woman can't love more than one man. It hurts a man's ego. You know what I'm saying? But there's different qualities that a man might possess that you may admire more than others, and you might be attracted to it. So it just is what it is. But you can love more than one woman at one time. It is absolute fact. And anybody say it's not is a fool. Okay. Is lying.
So what I want you to do now, right? You OG, right? Give the young niggas the rule book, the playbook for Christmas for the main and the side bitch.
First of all, it's two different rule books, right? It's one for the broke nigga, and it's one for the nigga who...
Let's go broke nigga first.
Sit your bitch ass down. You know you ain't bought none of the Christmas toys. You ain't got no more. You know you ain't bought none of them gifts under that Christmas tree. You broke and you fucked up. Nigga, you do what that bitch tell you to do. Sit your bitch ass down. That's number one. Number two, if you rich, you make your own rules if you rich, if you holding your way. What? I'll be back. The house well provided, it's full of gifts. I done played Santa Claus. Know what I'm saying? No, nigga, real niggas who have emotion, we don't give a fuck about no Christmas. See, this is what you gotta do. You gotta convince your bitch you don't give a fuck about no holiday. That way, holiday ain't important. What? Bitch, I don't give a fuck about no Easter, bitch. Bitch, bunny rabbits don't lay no eggs, bitch. What you talking about? Go ahead, I'm a Muslim, bitch. You gotta be a Muslim for the day. I'm a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So when you ain't there, she ain't tripping. You ain't believing in it. Listen, if you we live in a white Christian Anglo-Saxon society. Become a Muslim. Therefore, you don't got to give a fuck about no holiday because she know. She know what it is. I don't bitch what? No, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking Christmas. Become a Muslim.
Yeah.
If you live in a Christian society, become a Muslim. Therefore, you can take your girl already know that you're not subscribing to these white Christian holidays.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you ain't there when it's time to serve dinner on Christmas, she ain't tripping. She don't automatically, she ain't suspicious of you.
Yeah.
Well, you at the other whole house. No, I ain't at no other whole. I'm with Leroy, Robert Earl, and Jeff. We shooting dice, and nigga, I'm a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum, bitch.
Yeah. All right, now, playbook number 2, right? You didn't, let's say your man's Daryl, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever you do fuck shit, you always put it on Daryl's name.
I sure do.
But for some reason,
you better have you a nigga like Daryl.
yeah. But for some reason, the jig is up. She's caught on. She didn't hit Daryl. I don't know the back channel. She figured out you ain't where you supposed to be.
So she hate Daryl.
So she hate Daryl's guts, nigga. Mm-hmm. What do you do in that scenario where you done burnt Daryl's name through the ground? He's a good nigga, but you done burnt his name all the way through the ground. You can't even use him no more.
You're back up. Yeah, you're another nigga. What do you mean? Daryl burnt up. You know what I'm saying? Then what you do, you start agreeing that you agree with, yeah, fuck Daryl. You know what I'm saying? What you do is, this is what you do. You tell her that Daryl did some whole shit to you. I told you that nigga, the whole ass nigga. You say Daryl, no, you gotta throw Daryl under the bus.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
But do you let Daryl know?
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
nigga, I'm gonna say you took my money and paid my money, nigga. And I'm gonna say you did XYZ, you put some smut on his name, so therefore y'all both hate Daryl.
Yeah.
And then it's easy for you to slide Jeff in, cause Jeff he got a job,
yeah.
He don't be doing that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She can't do nothing bad about the next nigga.
Right.
Jeff good, wholesome man. You know, Jeff ain't shit, he ain't this shit neither.
Yeah.
But you can't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put the nigga who she thinks that would be a better fit as a friend for you, him. Cause he's burnt out.
Yeah.
That happens all day, every day.
Gotcha.
That's my brother for me. Shout out to my brother Keon.
So, boom. Her homegirl makes a pass at you. Do you let her know, or do you just keep that?
Who is this? Your main bitch?
This is your main girl.
Her homegirl.
Her homegirl. Let it be known that it can happen. It can go down. Do you let your main know, or do you just?
Well, see, that's again, it's a tricky situation because it's two different parts of that. If you a broke ass nigga, right? You better tell because she gonna put your bitch ass out. And you ain't got nowhere to go. It's cold outside. You ain't got nowhere to go. So you better be a bitch ass nigga and bitch up and tell. Right? Right. But if you having some money, you sit back and you calculate that shit. See, this shit's all about calculation. You calculate that shit. Is that bitch ass fat, titties fat, shit like that? She got a job? Because if I'm gonna jack this bitch off here, bitch, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? There's calculations that gotta look. Shit's like you gotta calibrate. Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? But you gotta calibrate. First of all, if you my bitch homegirl and you do some whole shit like that, you a snake bitch. And if you a snake my bitch like that, you a snake me and you a tell on me because it's obviously something going on in your mind where you think see, not ain't about my bitch. It's about what kind of nigga you think I am, ho. We on player time right now. Bitch, because you must think I'm a weak ass, hoe ass nigga. And if you think that, then you ain't got no love or it ain't like I'm a real nigga, you just fuck with me. Nigga, you think see, a lot of times niggas do shit without really, and don't really thinking, they ain't really, see, niggas' mind all fucked up. No, it's just like if you ask me to cross him and that's my man, the fact that you ask me, you know that's my nigga, and you ask me to run a play on my nigga, it's not about him. It's about you trying to be a puppet master and you trying to be manipulative and you think I'm a bitch ass nigga. That's what you gotta be thinking. You gotta be thinking I'm gonna cross him, I'm a bitch ass nigga. So I'm being serious, it's a heart attack right here. If my bitch friend come to me and hit on me, obviously trying to hit on me, I'm looking at her like she a snake. And I'm gonna let my bitch know. And if that's my bitch and I'm really a real solid nigga, then my bitch gonna know what it is, bitch. But sometimes you might play into it. We got cell phones now, don't record that hoe. What'd you say there, bitch? And then you bet cause sometimes some bitches is stupid. And some bitches gonna take that, she gonna lie, he hit on me first. And blah, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying? This a bad motherfucker. What'd you say, bitch? I ain't hear you. I got wild on that bitch. It's a clandestine investigation. You gotta, bro, if you fucking with a weak bitch or an impressionable bitch, then you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But if a bitch hit on me like that, I'm gonna be offended, cause bitch, what you on, bitch? What do you think of, bitch, that's my bitch. You know we got together. You know how we rocking. And for you to come at me like that, that's an insult to me, because you gotta, some niggas will be impressed. Oh, she think I'm handsome. Nigga, you's a bitch if you thinking like that. Nigga, you supposed to kick that bitch in her ass and put that bitch out your house and then explain to your hoe why you did it later on. Bitch, get the fuck up on my house around my kids, bitch. Yeah. You funky, dusty, dirty, funky bitch.
Man, it's a viral story going around. It's a black man that impregnated a mother and the daughter. Mm-hmm. Should he? What are your thoughts on that? Number one, he got him pregnant at the same time. Two white women at
The amount of nigga shit going on, the amount of concentrated nigga shit. Listen, I don't even know who to be mad at. But I gotta put the responsibility on the mama and the daughter. Because daughter, if your mama got a nigga and that nigga cutting to you, you ain't supposed to be having no. And mama, if you the nigga handsome and that's your daughter, you ain't supposed to be. No. Everybody's at fault here. But it is primarily the mama and daughter fault. Bitch, what type of shit you bitches on?
But what? You know, the black dude he's wearing it like a badge of honor. Why?
No, see, that's because he's an animal. And animals look at shit in the most simplistic terms. It's kill, eat, shit. Kill, eat, shit. That is a monkey who's supposed to be in the zoo with the other baboons. That's why he looks at that shit. Man, what reasonable, intelligent, I ain't gonna put no God in this shit, because I ain't no God in that shit. You hear me? What reasonable, intelligent man would wear that shit as a badge of honor, especially in the day and time we're living in today, where black people are being viewed as savages and uneducated and simple-minded ass goofy niggas anyway. What the fuck? Bro, that's some hoe shit. He a hoe ass nigga. And them little bastard ass, inbred ass kids, they might well move to Kentucky. Everybody do that in Kentucky. Yeah. In the hills in Kentucky. Hills big at one eye. Baby, retarded ass baby gonna be born with one eye. That's inbreeding, bro. That's retarded.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
That's how, bro, listen, all you can say is like, what the, like, they have to be from the ghetto. That is shit that white people do, bro. The more open this society becomes, the more like white people. Listen, the reason why we so fucked up now is because white people. When society became more open and we start to integrate with them white people, that's when we start to act. See, we are amazed about the shit that we doing nowadays. You know why? Because that's shit that we traditionally don't do. White people, however, they've been doing this shit since they've been on this planet. They've been doing this shit. But black people like, oh shit, what? Oh hell no. White people been doing this kind of shit. I done told you. They've been doing this kind of shit.
You know, it's so funny. We've been doing this interview the whole time, and I just peeped your shirt. Snitches' lives don't matter. Where did you get that from? Is that your?
Shout out to my nigga OG Freeze. This OG Freeze from ATL. Shout out to my nigga Freeman man OG Freeze. He put this together. He did 21 years in the Fed joint. Freeze was the nigga who was locked up with BG in the Fed joint. So that's how I know it was. Free Freeze. He fighting the Fed case right now, but just his brand. You hear me? He was heavy on this shit right here. Heavy on it. It don't matter for killing bitches. You hear me? Kill him. Kill him. Kill him dead. You hear me? Kill him. If you think a nigga snitching, kill him. Don't leave it to, listen, why does the ops have to kill the snitch in your crew? You supposed to kill it. The mafia, what was the mafia rule? Once you get discovered to be, why would you let a nigga in your crew snitch on a nigga who your op? You a bitch, he a bitch. You supposed to kill him and remove him off the chessboard. You're supposed to remove that bitch ass nigga because he's a product of your crew. You're supposed to remove him. He ain't supposed to make it to no court. Listen, if a nigga in your crew telling on a nigga, he's not supposed to make it to nobody's courtroom to testify against nan nigga. Y'all supposed to kill that nigga. I don't give a fuck if you're your brother. Simple as that. So their lives don't matter. They forfeited that shit once they broke bad.
In 25 years, what do you think the streets are gonna look like? No, let's say 50 years.
In 50 years, transgenders will be the biggest gangsters.
Why do you say that?
Because they already taking over right now. They already taking transgenders will be the biggest gang. Transgender, think about it. Listen, my nigga, you gotta be a gangster motherfucker to think that you a bitch. You got to be the biggest gangster in the world to think that you a bitch and you got a dick. Or you a bitch and you think you a nigga. That's gangster shit. So they say criminals are psychotic, right?
Right.
You got to be going through some type of psychosis to believe that you a bitch, you believe you a nigga, and you a nigga, and you believe you a bitch. That's psychotic. The biggest gangsters are psychotic. So if you believe you a bitch, what won't you do? If you a man and you would take your hand and put your hand on another nigga dick and shove it in your mouth, it ain't nothing you won't do. It ain't nothing you won't do. That's the most gangster shit a nigga can do. What? It ain't no more, nigga, you the toughest nigga in the world. Cause just imagine looking at that nigga dick and grabbing it and shoving it down your motherfucking throat. You a G. You the biggest gangster in the world. It take courage. Man, ain't no regular shit. That ain't no regular shit. You know it ain't regular. Yeah. There's some gangsters. Look, Hollywood is controlled by who?
Yeah.
Diddy was a gangster.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what else you call him.
Yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, he shot Suge homeboy down there. Diddy ain't lost. The first battle he ever lost was this court battle. Yep. Diddy been fucking niggas. Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is the biggest sissy in hip hop. They been fucking niggas and engaging in homosexual behavior. And New York is the home of sissies in hip hop. Africa Bambaataa, sissy. Diddy, sissy. Queen Latifah, sissy. It's all sissies coming out of New York. They brought sissies into the game. Gang Star? No, you take that back now. Light ain't no sissy. She got a little hair right here, but she ain't no sissy. New York brought sissy shit into the game. It wasn't Atlanta. New York brought sissy shit into the world of hip hop. Russell Simmons, sissy. Africa Bambaataa, sissy. Diddy, sissy. Gang Star, Guru, sissy. They're sissies. Busta Rhymes, big old burly sissy. They sissies. New York, y'all are the ground zero for hip hop, but y'all also have introduced something else. New player alert. Gangster sissy. The gangster sissies all come out of New York. All of them get beards and everything. Acting tough and shit. Sit your bitch ass down, boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all at Diddy parties. Diddy party, you ain't no gangster nigga. You in there watch. If you in there watching that shit, what is you? So these niggas get baby oil.
Yeah.
And this nigga here, fucking everything. Jamie Foxx is sissy too, by the way. Jamie Foxx is sissy. Jamie Foxx, you was a sissy, Jamie Foxx. And then nigga bust your Pimp C voice and bust your back up. Jamie Foxx is sissy. What it is, Jamie Foxx got a little belligerent and he put that drug on him, you hear me? All them niggas is sissies, bro. Everything, they all sissies. Jamie Foxx from Texas, ain't he? Yeah. Jamie Foxx may take a look bad. Jamie Foxx is sissy, bro. He's sissy. You know he is sissy.
But that's Dallas, bro. We gotta protect ours.
Jamie Foxx is sissy.
That's tough.
Put me on.
Damn. That's
He's a sissy. He's a sissy.
Turl. You're right, Turl.
Jamie Foxx came down. Listen, Jamie Foxx is doing the Ray J. I was a victim. I was a victim of Diddy. He drugged me, he tried to kill me. He tried to do the same thing he tried to do with Al Show. He tried to kill me. Nigga, why does it take Cassie, a woman, to come out to bust this whole thing open? Why weren't you niggas screaming at the top of y'all lungs? Listen, these are superstars that went to Diddy parties. Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, this nigga, that nigga, Tyrese gay ass. Tyrese ain't been the same. That nigga been, ever since he left Diddy party, asshole hurt. Baby boy been baby boy. He been baby boy. All the niggas is sissies. Listen, all these niggas are superstars. Watch this. All these niggas we talking about, they all superstars. You mean to tell me none of y'all could resist the urge of getting involved with this debauchery? All these are superstars, actors, football players, basketball players, rappers. Ain't nobody nobody blew the whistle on this shit. Nobody could stand up to Diddy? Come on, bro. Come on, everybody compromised their soul. And then, listen, once they all got compromised, then they became animals themselves. Simple as that. They became animals themselves.
Do you got a book, bro? I feel like if any nigga need a
book.
Yeah, man, tell him, because I'm finna say, bro, you just seem like you got a wealth of knowledge, dog. What's the book?
It's called Add, Subtract, Multiply, and Divide.
Yeah.
The essays of the new millennium, the black man, the new millennium.
That's what's up.
It's available worldwide. Amazon's been translated to 10 different languages, all over the place. Ebook version. Yeah. This is Add, Subtract, Multiply, and Divide.
Next time you come in here, I might have that whole motherfucker read. We gonna go through there, man.
Oh, it's a motherfucker too.
What's a piece? Because again, you speak on both ends of the spectrum. That's why I love you as a guest, bro. Like you could take it from the streets, you could take the politics. In this day and age, just to be real, it's a lot of people suffering. It's a lot of people struggling. What advice would you give to people around this time? It's a very deep time. People are trying to get gifts. They're overextending themselves. They doing what they can to, make things right. People who don't even fuck with their kids probably trying to get it right for the kids. What advice do you have for, anybody that's going through it from the struggle?
My advice to everybody, black people specifically, right, is Jesus wasn't white and ain't no such thing as Santa Claus. Don't overextend yourself trying to do something that you know that you're gonna regret in less than 30 days. You hear me? Don't overextend yourself. The best quality that you can give, the best gift you can give your children is love, time, and understanding. It ain't about the dollar amount, because as we can see, the richest amongst us as a people are some of the most fucked up amongst us. So it ain't about the dollar. It's about the time, effort, and energy that you put into your kids, that you put into your family, that you put into your loved ones. Don't be tricked don't be tricked into believing that. Don't be tricked into believing that you have to be something that you're not. Be yourself. Love on your people. Love on yourself. Love yourself. Embrace yourself. Bro, black people are so fucking stupid in 2025 going to 26, bro. We are our own biggest enemies. And although we can point the finger at different things that affect or have a negative effect on us as a people, the responsibility of us changing ourselves, it starts with us. There's no governmental policy that can be enacted or set forth that's gonna change how we treat each other, gonna stop us from killing each other. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get back into the understanding that we are an endangered species, and if we don't come together, if we don't band together, and if we don't form tribe again, then they're going to continue to marginalize us and continue to disenfranchise us. And they're going to continue to use and abuse us. And they're going to continue to break us down from the inside out. Black people, stop being bitch ass niggas. Stop turning against your own kind. Even if you don't agree with something that another black man or woman has to say, stop turning against them. Especially stop turning against them for people who want to see all y'all dead.
That's real shit. And for anybody, who did go get a bunch of, gifts and then got hit, they car got hit, what advice you got for them niggas?
I ain't got no. We better get them up ready, motherfucker fixed. Because it's cold outside. It's cold some bitch around here. You better get that bitch. I hope you had insurance. If you ain't had no insurance, you're in trouble. You hear me? My advice is you should have said, since your stupid ass, you gonna get kids them gift and tell me a white man did. You ain't got no chimney. You ain't got no chimney. Black people, stop giving white people all the credit for whatever you do. You just struggled and worked extra hard to get that little piece of shit from Walmart. Stop giving the credit for the shit you had to work hard for and sacrifice for to a white man who don't give a fuck about you. And Jesus ain't white.
One more time.
Jesus ain't white. We say it for people in the back. Jesus ain't white. And I can't wait till Jesus come back. I'm a Muslim, but I can't wait for Jesus to come back. I want him to tear this motherfucker up and let me start all over again. I don't know what he waiting on. I don't know what he waiting on, because we went through slavery and everything. Nigga, it's a cakewalk right now. We can fuck hoes and slam Cadillac doors right now. Jesus need to hurry up and come back here and do something with these niggas.
Man, that's what's up, man. On that note, Dawgface, man, you know it's always a pleasure when you come down, touch down in the city, man. Is there anything that you're promoting that you want to speak on before we get up out this bit?
Shit, man. Check out the comedy show coming up on January 4th in Detroit. It's called the Truth Hurts Comedy Show. I do stand-up comedy too.
I might have to fly out there for that.
Yeah,
y'all got an MGM out there too.
Yeah, January 4th, Punchline Comedy Club. Charleston White will be there on the 19th through the 21st.
Gotcha.
Doing his stand-up comedy there. January 4th, Punchline Comedy Club. It's called the Truth Hurts Comedy Show. I got a project with Helliver, the producer, me, Helliver, and RJ Watkins. We got a project coming up. Welcome to Detroit Part 2. We showcasing some of the top artists. We mixing some of the top artists in the city of Detroit and putting them on songs with some of the most dopest up-and-coming artists in the city of Detroit. So we got that popping. And I'm just on my motherfucking promo tour. I'm running around the country doing what I do.
Man, that's what it is, man. Again, you're a wealth of knowledge. You know, we love having you as a guest. You already know how this is. This is the best part, Dawgface. You are a real life street star.